Hello? Is it working?
Yeah, man. Just a
Okay,
second
so
here.
turns out I can't play Destiny 2 while waiting to use Discord.
I
It
saw
don't
that.
it don't
I
fucking work.
yeah, I know. I saw that. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
a I saw a
did
meme
you
in
check
there.
out oh
What now?
did you check out C Beams? I
Oh,
think
I've
that's the
seen
game
that
you'd
game. I've
like.
been following that one. Has it come out?
Yeah, no, but it's getting close. They just did the trailer for it.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to
So it's
build some
probably
ships from
pretty
that.
soon. Yeah, I've been following it since he first had the idea.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that he was bringing that out. And I thought, oh, that will be so cool
did
because
you
that's
remember the first video when he said, "Hey, join the community. You can, talk about nerd shit." And he showed the Discord messages of the nerd shit. Do you remember that video?
no, I don't remember that video. But I
Oh
remember
well, I was
I remember him talking about wanting to make a game that he wanted.
well
And I
in
remember
that
seeing
video.
anytime I see it, because you know how YouTube is. The stuff you want to
Yeah,
watch, it doesn't show you.
yeah.
So you're just like, no, I want to see this.
Well, in that video, it's literally me and a few other nerds just talking
Oh yeah.
about how would we build something like this and have gravity and atmosphere. By the end of it, we got to the point where it's like, well, what if we just make a giant canister station that spins?
Yeah, like centrifuge.
Yes, basically.
Okay. We have got to start getting this thing more done.
Oh,
You're right.
I'm getting over being sick.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
blood
I
work
gotta
also done.
talking about the whole Destiny situation. I got a friend of mine who has been playing with me since the channel was doing Arc. And I think that's how we met, was on Arc. Anyway, he's the guy that used to, it's called me Bronzy, and he was the guy
Yeah.
that used to do 7 Days to Die with me and the guys. We would do all sorts of crazy stuff. We played this for a little bit when we got done, but mostly we played Conan Exiles and a lot of other stuff. And he is a massive Destiny fan, and I saw that news that they were shutting Destiny down. I was like, oh man,
Now
because
they've decided to keep
that
it.
is his. I know that's his thing when he gets off work. That's what he plays, is Destiny. That's how he unwinds from work, is by playing Destiny. And I am absolutely certain he is pissed to all of hell.
I thought it was still going. They're actually going to shut it down.
They're actually going to shut it down. Yeah, they're going to shut it down eventually. But I mean, I can't imagine how he's feeling right now, because he could tell you anything about Destiny. That was his jam. He stopped playing with us and played Destiny. And we asked him for a lot. We're like, man, you don't play with us. He's like, man, I'm telling you, Destiny is just awesome. And we tried it. It was great. But the problem was we got the free version of it, and it's good. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah.
I have no complaints of the game. It was an awesome concept. Wait, what am I doing that here though?
So I did mostly solo. I played it since the beginning of D2.
Mhm.
My father played it since the start of D1. He's the OG. I played a little bit. So Destiny's been around.
Oh, it's been
Well,
around for a while because it's like the second iteration of the
it's
game.
yes, it is. But I've been around the Destiny kind of thing from the beginning.
The only saving grace I'm going to say that he's going to have is
Actually, there's a shooter game which is built by Bungie that uses the Destiny 2 gun game platform. So all the gunplay is basically the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I still see that we have like 2 million stone plus.
Yeah, we
I
need
guess
to
it's time to
eject a lot of
fill.
that.
Oh, you did?
No, we need to eject a lot of that.
No, we need the stone because it's iron and shit.
Oh, you mean stone. You're not talking about gravel.
Yeah, stone. Don't about
Okay.
stone.
Okay. All right. We're good. We're good then. Everything is going according to plan. Put it like that.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Because if we've got stone, we don't have gravel. We will eventually eat through the stone. That's not an issue. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think the only saving grace he's going to have is he was also a big fan of Warframe. So
Yeah, that
Warframe,
game's not gonna live for
Warframe,
a long.
yeah, Warframe is going to be having a good time because they're the only game like that now. They're literally the only game in town that does gunplay and stuff like that with the system.
Actually, okay, the system that's been done, yes, but the fucking dog. Where are you?
All right, everybody, break out the guns. We gotta go dog hunting.
Break out the guns. Fuck that. Break out the grinder. Come here, Poochie. I want to turn your face into mincemeat.
I gotta find an area of magnesium and drop a drone on it so we can just get some magnesium going.
I think it's under the base.
Yes, this is some weird thing where it keeps wanting to teleport them under the base. It's mostly because I used half blocks.
Has to be.
Yeah, there he is. I see him. Got him. I have bullets, I'll use them.
Right, Ghost. I have a grinder. Why waste the bullets?
Yeah. But I mean, between Helldivers crap and that, dear lord. Nobody knows what the F they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Was that Trump meme? Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Trump doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't think he's known for a long time now.
Well, hey, they can't predict him if he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, but that's just American in general.
Oh, yeah.
You know why people can't predict Australians half the time?
Because y'all are fucking crazy like we are.
Yes, but half the time you can't tell what our military is saying.
Oh, yeah.
Our military, Aussie slang mixed with military jargon, doesn't make a lick of sense, and a lot of the time the people listening that are Aussies don't have a clue what's being said, but we're just like, we'll assume it's this and hope for the best. There's no shit what most Aussies do in the military. Do I know what my people are saying? Do I look like I know? Because if I do, I don't.
Yeah, that's like with the other day someone was talking. A lot of the nonsense you have with military and everything else is just, how do I put this? You were talking about like the jargon and everything. Most people would say that it's some other nonsense. No, it's not. It's just because the military comes up with a better way of doing something. Like the U.S. and Japanese, one of the ways that we didn't need an Enigma machine like Germany did. You know how we beat everybody's with our own code system? We just made people speak Navajo. It was practically a dead language, and no one could understand it.
Actually, no. Well, yeah, Navajo is a dead language.
Yeah.
Which means they can learn it.
Yeah.
The dead language is not unbreakable. They actually...
But we had like a couple of dudes. The only people who really spoke it were Navajo Indians. And so we were just like, hey, but Navajo's the only one that speaks it. How many Navajos speak it outside the U.S.? None. There's nobody outside the U.S. that can speak that crap. So we just brought them in and was like, hey, yeah, go on here. We'll pay you a crap ton of money. Just talk like you normally do, and they'll never understand you.
No, so the Japanese were able to figure you guys out. They were able to figure that out because it has its patterns.
Yeah. Eventually,
The
everything
issue,
does.
the issue, no, Australian military Aussie slang can't be figured out. Fuck it, you Americans have tried to. The funny part is we're assholes, and we keep changing the meanings on you.
That's
As long
why.
as we know you
That's
don't-
why you. That's why we get along in war.
Because it's like, oh, so they're meaning this.
Like some other countries would be like, "Yeah, you stupid a-holes," and they would get mad, and then you'd have blood feuds and all this crap. And Aussie, y'all like fuck with the language, and we're all like, you know what? Well played, Australia. Well played. We respect
to
the
the point-
game. You gotta respect game now.
Badger, it's to the point where we have to have, you guys have to have an Australian with you in
Oh,
your radio room to be able to understand shit, like anything. Because if you don't have someone that's in the military and Aussie, you're shit out of luck. It's like trying to freaking herd cats. As soon as you kind of understand something, you don't. Because we decide, oh, let's flip it on its head. This way, and about this way. The Australian slang is an alive language. Which means it is changing constantly. Which makes it a bitch to figure out what we're saying. When we don't want you to.
Hey, it works. I ain't gonna complain
It
about it.
works.
It works. As long as the other guy
It's hilarious.
as long as the confusion only affects the other guy, we're fine.
The confusion affected everyone, other than the elders. Have you heard the practice between Aussies and Americans? Because our slang is so fucking nuts, and we actually want to speak it properly, you guys couldn't tell what the fuck we were doing by listening to our comms. You were better off trying to figure out where the fuck we were and watching.
Yeah.
But you couldn't figure out where the fuck we were because you didn't understand where the fuck we might have been. Through comms. So it was a guessing game of point on the map and hope for the best. While the Aussies are listening to you guys and be like, oh, they're actually kind of close. Let's move a little bit.
Yeah.
We kicked your ass. Long story short, we kicked
Well,
your
America
ass.
usually does lose fights. It's one of the reasons why. The reason we lose a lot of fights. Sometimes we will handicap so we can see what happens with a handicap. There's a whole different doctrine to American warfare. It's like one guy was talking when that pilot went down. They were like,
Yeah.
there was a whole lot of European minds who could not comprehend. And this is not me crapping on anyone. This is just a general misunderstanding of how the American military doctrine works. We started our American military doctrine with Japan. The doctrine of the U.S. military is you hit something with overwhelming firepower and you keep pounding it until it goes into nothing. We just build a bunch of bombs. We prepare for that major amount of fighting.
Which
What
when
happened
you
in
mix it with the Australian, when you mix it with the Australian doctrine,
but like
we go hand in hand.
Yeah, there were a lot of Europeans, a lot of people in different like preferred European countries, as I like to call them, these so-called intelligent people going, we don't understand why the American military would waste almost $1 billion to save one man. There's a reason for that. Because back in World War II, when we were fighting the Japanese had a warrior doctrine. There's military doctrine and there's warrior doctrine. Military doctrine is, okay, we're going to send in massive firepower. We're not going to commit troops. If we can just bomb the hell out of it, we'll just bomb the hell out of it. Then we'll send the troops in after we soften it up. That's military doctrine with the U.S. in a nutshell. Constantly keep your troops moving, keep the enemy confused as much as possible. if we have to take a Marine Force recon unit and move them clean across the combat zone to another area just to confuse the enemy, we will throw them up in a bunch of Chinooks and rocket them over there if we have to. The warrior doctrine of the United States is we don't leave men behind. And part of that was when we first ran into the Japanese, the conventional military force that we had did not know how to handle soldiers who would run through bullets. We understood from years of fighting ourselves and fighting other Europeans that, hey, you know what? If we shoot at the bad guy, they will get behind cover. Japanese didn't do that shit. Japanese just said banzai and just ran into the bullets. It's like eventually you get stressed enough, you eventually will give up. Any group will. So the US did a military doctrine of no man left behind, which is it does not matter how bad this is. Help is coming. You just got to dig in and keep fighting. And as long as you're fighting and as long as you stay alive, we are going to have somebody over there to save your ass. This is something a lot of European military minds can't wrap their heads around. They could not, when we did that and went and got that guy, they could not understand why we were doing it. And it's that if we weren't going in there, if that guy didn't know what was happening, he would have been captured, and then we would have been in the same situation we were during the Obama administration when all of the Marines got captured. We'd been sitting there and had to make concessions and negotiations because that's how people in that area of the world, that's how they run policy. They will sometimes take hostages and then they try to manipulate you through the hostages. So that guy is like, as long as I don't get captured, we're good. We're very good. Eventually America's going to get to me and daddy government comes in and saves his ass. And they don't understand why it is, but that's the entire point. That's why U.S. military men will damn near die on their feet fighting, because they know if they're going to die, it's because there was nothing the U.S. could do to save them. Every available option is being exhausted at that point. They just got to try and survive long enough.
Oh yeah, Paige, you don't have to worry about the runtime of this vehicle because it has probably more batteries than it needs.
Oh, good.
It has 4 large batteries and currently 3 small ones. He has the juice, also works with an extra battery pack.
What is that one that Russian Badger runs? The Gamer Sups?
Yes.
There's a Gamer Sup, what is it? Guacamole Fart or something like that? It's got the Gamer Sups. The truck has its own, what is it? Subscription to Gamer Subs. So it can go forever. It's got all the energy it needs.
Very much. That's how it's designed.
I know everybody. I am not sponsored by Gamer Subs. I wish I was sponsored by Gamer Subs.
Hey, but if you want,
if I were, I'd come up with something good.
Hey, but I'm just a poor man. Can you throw a coin into my bucket?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I need to do that shit nowadays.
There's actually an Australian guy that does a cartoon series called The Whiteboard. That's about a bunch of Alaskan wildlife who go out and do paintball every so often. And the main character is a polar bear who is he's that guy, there's always that dude in a paintball shop. You take a gun into him, it's completely fried, and he's like, yeah, give me a day, and he puts it back together. He's that kind of guy. And in there, they hand him a can of Mountain Dew. He has like a caffeine addiction. They hand him a can of Mountain Dew, and they're like, you gonna be able to handle that Mountain Dew? And he just cracks open the can of Mountain Dew, shoves the nip right up to his nose, just snorts the can till it crunches.
Yeah, Elena Lad. Hello, Grex. How you going?
All
right.
Are you on?
Decided to hop in the call. I'm currently chilling, playing some Firefight on Halo Infinite.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. I think you sent me some stuff. Just came in. This is wild.
Yeah, so a YouTuber called Madman Fenrir did a skit where it's like when they start recruiting for World War III, and they encounter someone who knows how bad it has to go for them to start recruiting people.
Oh yeah, they're fighting the
And
Eldar.
it goes like yeah, it's like how bad is like the entire Marine Corps is dead. It's like I beg your finest fucking pardon.
Okay, I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's
American
Canadian.
wizard.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
how up he is on his marine lore, because from what I understand, I think I put that in his video. I said this is kind of canonically wrong, because the funny thing about the U.S. Marine Corps is the more of them we have, the weaker each individual one gets, and the more of them you kill, the stronger each one of them gets. It's like we basically weaponized
Yeah.
Highlander with them. So if you kill
It
all
was-
the
I
Marine,
saw-
so even if you could take all the Marines out at once, one of them would go God mode, and then you would have this one super Marine going around. doing shit.
I did see a funny clip taken from a podcast with the Fat Electrician, where he said when there was a prison riot at Alcatraz,
Oh yes.
and all the guards were overpowered. And there was also the time they want to get rid of the Marine Corps,
Yeah.
but then the Marine, like there's only one branch of the U.S. military that responds directly to the president. That was the Marines. They sent in the Marines to
Yes.
handle Alcatraz, who all just came back from the Pacific, who is a flamethrower certified operator.
Yeah, they were like, here's some incendiary grenades and 45s.
They,
You'll have this.
they rolled up with 1911 and fucking
Yeah.
incendiary grenades and took it back.
The one,
It's like,
the
yeah.
one issue with a 1911, the one issue I have with it is how loud it is. You
Yeah, but
will
it's
be.
like,
Oh,
maybe
you will
we
be-
should get rid of the Marine Corps. We just like it'll be nice and simple, and it's just
Yeah.
fucking send them loose on Alcatraz.
It's also like he did a video recently about scout snipers.
Yeah,
And he's
Oh,
like, they
yeah.
want to get rid of the scout snipers. They always try to get rid of scout snipers. And then we get in a war and they're like, frick, we need an 18-year-old who's good at sneaking through woods. I could just
Who
put a
will
bad
let-
guy down with one bullet. Just give him a
Yeah,
30 out
like-
6 and let him do his job.
yeah, it's like trying to get rid of scout snipers, and then it's just, hey, you know what? Maybe we keep them around.
Yeah, it's like, would you rather spend a few $1,000,000 for a missile, or less than $1 for a bullet, and a kid who will crawl on his belly for 3 fucking days just to kill that one guy?
And we'll do it just for the meme.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Or-
like he'll do it just
Or
for
you
the
go,
meme.
hey, or you go to the Australian SES like, hey, do you want to fuck with some people?
So here's a question I
Probably
have.
they'd probably be on board.
This has always bugged me. What is the difference between the Australian SAS and the British SAS?
British
So
SAS
Australia-
is all taken from fucking insane asylums.
What?
No, I'm thinking back, like the SAS, like during World War II, where majority of them were more or less literally is taken from fucking
Oh,
insane
and-
asylums.
SAS. We have SES, which is
SES.
um,
Okay.
So
Okay.
SAS is our military. SES is they're supposed to do a lot of the stuff to do with like the fires and major issues that happen around town. So weather events happen
Critical.
basically.
Ah.
That's what the SAS here. The SAS are our military top people. So the SAS, who you call when you need something done, and it's to do with anything related to cities and shit. Because this is where we better than America. Our military are a lot more capable at city ops. We literally hunker down at our own cities for our military to test training. They're also better in going solo. They're the people that you just go, here's your objective, good fucking luck, and you just drop them out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, so they're more like a raider detachment then.
Yeah, they're
Ah.
I mean,
you
They're
give them
independent. They're an
roughly what-
independent raider detachment, basically. You
Pretty
send them out
much.
there. They're highly autonomous.
They're highly autistic too.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
because you
to be
need people like
fair,
that. Because of
and
course
it's
we're gonna
also,
weaponize
like,
autism.
The
So-
US has a pretty good system too to check whether a like hurricane or something is gonna be good or bad, and it's called Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
See, Australia gets that same kind of weather system carry through and all that stuff. It's like, so how big are the waves gonna be? With big old puppy dog eyes. It's just a bit of wind. They might rip the building into bits, but hey, how big are the waves?
Yeah, it's like with
There's
Missouri.
Australia
We,
in a
sit, we
nutshell.
all sit back. People sit back and ask the question with Missouri, since we're so close to Oklahoma, and they're like, "What's it like with all the tornadoes over there?" And I'm like, "You ever see a Godzilla movie?" They're like, "Yeah, it's about like that. Only more kaiju." The difference is there's not a damn thing the military can do about it.
Oh,
Just like, nope,
I
God's
don't
gonna
know.
God's gonna draw stuff on the ground, and there's nothing we can do. We just gotta weather it.
See, while you
I don't
guys
know
weather it,
how-
Australians
I don't know how
enjoy
much
it.
you guys know about Halo, but do you want to hear something I find incredibly funny?
What?
So in Halo, there's always a discussion saying that which Spartan, like in lore, could possibly replace the Master Chief.
Hmm.
Cause majority of the fan base is saying that it has to be the same class of Spartans. It has to be a Spartan 2. The only
Jerome.
one a lot of Jerome.
It's gotta be Jerome, dude.
He beat a fucking flood with a folding chair.
Like you think you want to know how
Also,
badass Jerome is? Imagine him
In
with a table.
Halo Wars, this is one thing I've seen a lot of people don't really notice. In Halo Wars 2, in one of the cinematics, you see him body a shit ton of brutes.
Mm.
He did that in a, I think it's Mark II Mjolnir, which doesn't have any energy shielding.
Yeah, I think my favorite version of the Spartan I would love to see come back. Not in the way they tried to do this in the Halo show, and it didn't work very well at all. They didn't understand the concept. Was the Spartan 3s. So the difference between a
Fair,
Spartan,
it-
you know what?
there
You know the
are-
difference between a Spartan 2 and a Spartan 3.
Yeah, but to be fair, in lore, there are actually Spartan 2s have said that the Spartan 3 training is much more brutal than what they
Yes.
had to train for.
Because the Spartan 3s were mass production. It was the concept. This was, I think it was
Yeah.
done outside
and
of
it's kind
Oni's
of
understanding.
went in.
Can we stop
Yes.
harvesting cobalt?
Aye.
Holy fuck, it's clogging up the system.
Oh,
and like
really?
it's
That's-
you can
Yes.
tell that
Cobalt takes
when
forever to refine.
like
This
two
is always a
missions,
problem I run into.
they lost like 98% of all Spartan 3s.
Oh yeah, because they
Like-
were an attrition force, is what they were.
The
Yep.
reason why we're not able to get through all the stone is because cobalt keeps clogging it up.
The way the cobalt is in there, it should not be an issue right now.
I keep moving around.
But as much as I like the Spartans and all that, the one like force of the UNSC that I like the most has to be the ODSTs.
Oh yeah, ODSTs are awesome. In fact, I don't really. The only difference between I can find it with an ODST and a Spartan 3 is the Spartan 3 does have stealth armor, and the Spartan
I
3s are going through
believe-
genetic. They go through
I
genetic
mean,
modification.
Yeah, like they have it's pretty much a serum for Spartan
Also-
3s where Spartan 2 they
Like Spartan-
literally fucking rafted
You want
shit
to
onto
you want to know what would be
drones.
terrifying is a Spartan 3 that got, what is it, the Spartan 4 treatment where they can make anyone a Spartan. If you took a Spartan 3 and gave him this, gave him like the anybody can be a Spartan treatment, that is a terrifying thing to deal with. Because
What
in
I
Ghosts
found-
of have you ever read Ghost of Onyx?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so Bundy, have you read it?
No.
Okay, in
It's fine,
the
I probably won't.
the Spartan 3 program, the guy that was running it, he was a former Spartan that worked with Blue Team temporarily. And in there, he's working with the Spartan system, and the first batch of Spartan 3s go out, they get into a fight, they manage to complete their mission. They send in, how many is it they send in, Grexion? They send in like 2,000 or 3,000 of them
Yeah, something like
to a
that.
planet.
I know that
It's a factory
the
production planet.
program-
After like 3 or 4 months, they actually take down a Covenant factory planet. Just 2,000 or 3,000 of these Spartan 3s. So the second batch comes in. He is absolutely livid when his Spartan 3s just get bodied, because they just send them over there and they just attrition the factory system till it dies. He gets mad about
yeah,
that. Goes back.
The guy who runs. Spartan
Yeah, the
4
second
program,
batch of Spartan 3s come out. You know how brutes can go nuts? He basically gives
Yep.
them the ability to go nuts. So you imagine a Spartan, a guy that has the Spartan 2 capabilities, modifications, and Mjolnir, who can go brute. And there's one where there's one part in there where a Spartan 3 takes multiple needler rounds to both the chest and the back, and when the adrenaline kicks off, he finally keels over and dies. And what they are super aggressive. They are highly aggressive. If there is a
No,
vicious way of
as
solving the
much as
problem, they're going to
as,
solve
like,
it.
aggressive that they are, there is only 2 Spartan in existence that has gotten the designation of hyper lethal.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing.
That being the Master Chief
Yes.
and then Noble Six.
And that's mostly because they have Mjolnir, they have a lot more training, a hell of a lot more experience. When you're taking Master Chief's experience into effect, the Spartan 3s don't have near that.
No one fucking comes close to his fucking combat experience.
Oh yeah, the freaking combat experience is crazy. But like that's why that's when they did the Spartan 3s in the Halo TV show. It was a bunch of teenagers, and if you read the book, you read Ghosts of Onyx, there's actually a part in there where one of these Spartan 3s gets off the table and he speaks and he stops for a second because he goes from like a 13-year-old kid to a 22-year-old adult, and he's fully matured out, and his voice is so deep it jars him for a second. They have to get used to being adults, and they basically take an orphan child and they put them through hellish training and then give them the Spartan upgrade. So then when they get done, they basically speed grow them within like a week. Bundy, like Ghost of Onyx is really cool if you want to listen like how their armors work. Their armor also is modular. So they will actually go, when they need shielding and stuff, they just snatch jackal shields and stuff, and they can equip that stuff to their armor almost seamlessly. And they carry something, they operate with something similar to ODST's submachine gun. But they were trained specifically to run on all of the Covenant's weaponry. They could operate most of the Covenant's equipment. They were basically a combat force. They could drop in as a massive unit instead of sending in a specialized team of Spartans. They could send in something that could do Spartan level damage but was easier to build, and they could build it in mass.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like when
The most
read
saddest
into-
part of that book. Anyway, what were you saying?
when you like read into like a lot of the lore behind like some of the armor or like some of the, for example, like the Spartan program, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But you gotta remember, humanity got put on the back foot. They were fighting a losing battle. We start doing some crazy shit. Like even
It's
that Sang
pretty
Healy
much
were sitting there like, they were going to the
Uh-huh.
Covenant higher command and were like, hey, these guys are really fucking good. We could use these jokers. And they're like,
Yeah,
they're more worried
the-
about how are we going to keep everyone in line than they were about about anything else.
I find it really funny when you have a look at like some of the post-war stuff in Halo lore. Like humanity, they were very fucking ingenious with some of the tech after the war.
Oh yeah.
Like, for example, like majority of the ships now have shield generators, but they aren't constantly on like the Covenants. Instead, they are like semi-active.
They're more like an
So
active
they-
protective system.
Yeah, but also the way that they're like, so they fixed a big issue the Covenant had, which is the Covenant had to iris the shields when firing their weapons.
Mhm.
Humanity was like, no, fuck that. Let's just have it so that our guns stick out of the shield
Oh yeah,
when the
that's actually a
shield
pretty good
is
idea.
running. And it's like, what? I bet Covenant must be looking like, why didn't we think of that?
Human got a better idea.
Like, I think these guys might be onto something.
Fuel low. Fuel
Yeah,
critical.
Halo has some fucking batshit insane lore.
Oh yeah. Especially when you start getting to like Forerunner tech and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was the interesting part about that series, about that show was, or not the show, my fucking god, what am I thinking here?
Yeah, like a lot of the Forerunner stuff is also just fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
Also, I know, like, it's not true because there is not a whole lot to confirm it. But one funny little tidbit of lore that I found, or apparent lore, is for the reason for the assault rifle between Halo Reach and the first Halo game, because Reach is like that before. And they're two completely different variants. One, which is for the army, which is the one we use in Halo Reach,
Hey there, Morgan Trail.
that has the 32 round magazine, but it's more accurate.
Mhm.
And then the naval version, which has the 60 round magazine.
Yeah, which is
And the
more,
reason
probably for more
is,
close quarter combat, I would suppose.
yeah, but also because the Navy saw that, instead of being more accurate with the rifle, we just increase the mag, just mag dump the enemy.
Yeah, because you're in close quarters like that, you really want to just pray and spray.
Yeah, but even then, there's no real lore that confirms that was the reason, other than just visual differences between games.
Yeah. Well, that's what made Halo cool, was all the cool stuff they would do behind the
Yeah.
scenes of it.
Yeah. Halo Reach is still, like, Halo Reach and Halo 3 are still by far the most loved titles out of the Halo series.
Oh yeah, like my kid, the first thing she does is she comes home one day, and one of the boys that she goes to school with was talking about Halo. She goes, "Dad, what is Halo?" And I was like, "Okay, kid." I just got on the TV, booted up my PC, and I said, "Okay, you're gonna play Reach, and you're gonna feel things." So when it's over with.
I was, when I lived back home with my parents, I nearly fucking smacked the shit out of my youngest brother. Because
Oh.
he came into my room as I was playing.
Please tell me
I
he
was
did
playing
not say the
all
Fortnite
the
guy.
I was playing through all the Halo games, and on the Master Chief Collection, I've gotten halfway through Halo 4, he comes in, points at my screen, and goes, "Hey, it's the guy from Fortnite." And I
Oh,
almost
no.
started fucking swinging.
Dishonor on him.
For his birthday this year, I bought him the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, nice.
I was like,
Yeah,
"You're
I got
not
that
gonna-"
on sale. I got that on sale, and I thought this
Yeah.
will be fun to play
Yeah.
by myself, you know. And then my daughter, she comes in, she's like, "Dad, what is Halo?" And I go, "Oh, kid, you're gonna have so much fun with Dad." So we sat down on a Sunday. She didn't get Reach done. She's gotten the she's gotten to the
did.
part of when they get the
Energy low.
what are they called? They're the they've got the interceptors, and she's flying around doing stuff with those. She loves that part.
Oh, the sabers.
Yes, the sabers. She loves the sabers. She's like, I like those fighters. Those are
Fair.
cool.
The mission. So my 3 favorite missions in Halo Reach, all of them are one after another. It's when you take out the AA guns, then when you fly the fighters, and then when you're trying to get out of the city you crash land in.
Hmm.
Like all 3 of those missions are just back to back. It's perfect.
Yeah, she's playing that, and then she was not too interested in the game. I told her, I said, Reach is done later. It tells you how the Master Chief gets. I said it sets up Halo, the Halo trilogy. I said, so you
One
might as well
thing
just
I
play Reach. And she goes,
Like
what now?
what I mostly like what they did with the when they released the games.
Yeah.
They released them in chronological order, so it was first Halo Reach and then Halo 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. I told her, I was like, you got to play Reach, because I said Reach is going to set a whole lot of stuff up, and you're going to want that stuff set up so you know what's going on. I said it sets up the Master Chief, it sets up everything that's going to happen later on. And I said you'll just be glad you just took that and just went with it. And she was like, okay. And she wasn't too thrilled. She's like, it seems like kind of a boy game. And then she found out she could make a female Spartan, and she goes, hold on, you mean I can make this, I can color this anything I want? I don't have everything unlocked on the Master Chief series. It's like something I play like every so often when I feel nostalgic. So I'm not worried about unlocks or anything. I just go in there and just play it. And now she's got she's do what?
Like the first thing I did when I got it, I immediately grinded out the fucking weeklies to unlock everything for Halo Reach.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get all that.
Yeah, it was easier. I'll tell you this, it was easier before.
Yeah, before they put everything online.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna
You're
hop
speaking in game as well.
off Halo Infinite, hop on Chief Collection. I want to play it now.
We're having a nostalgic moment.
Like I showed a friend. He said it looked good, but it was also kind of cursed. So on Halo Infinite, I think it was when the like seasonal story came to around like the Spirit of Fire. They gave us the Mark II Mjolnir as in like armor core.
Mm-hmm.
So you could look like a Spartan with the Gen 2 Mjolnir. I run that armor, but then with like the Halo Reach ODST helmet. And a friend said it looked so good, but it also looks so wrong.
Oh yeah. It's like she hasn't played. She'll eventually play ODST. She's just been working on it. That's because there's one kid who's a gearhead. ODST is good.
Sound.
I liked
good.
it. I didn't understand it when I was younger, and then a friend of mine was kind of explaining how they did the game, because when the first time I was exposed to it, I went to a friend's house. He had already done everything, and he was like, "What mission do you want to play?" And I thought, well, this is kind of weird, linear missions and everything. He just kind of drops you in. I didn't understand what I understood the storyline. I didn't understand how they were telling the story because it was kind of different. And then afterward, I got to playing through it, and I realized, oh, hey, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you move through the city and you get parts of the story, and it lets you figure it out on your own. I was like,
Yep.
that's pretty cool, you know, putting some trust into your audience.
Yeah, and like Halo ODST still has by far the best soundtracks.
Oh yeah.
But one thing I also find this quite sad is when Halo Infinite got released and there was a lot of the like horrible monetization that it had.
Oh yeah.
There was this one group of people, they made a what they call like a spiritual successor to Halo 3.
Yeah.
So they weren't like marketing it as a like, hey, we're making a better Halo. It's like, no, this is what we are trying to make a spiritual successor.
Yeah.
But you didn't pay for anything. Everything in the game could be unlocked, and they got a message from Microsoft saying that need to take it down, or they can't
Yeah.
further, or they can't develop it further.
Yeah. The companies always do that.
But what pisses me off even more is after they did that, a lot of the armors that they made in that game, which were based on like some of the armors from Halo 4, but with a Halo 3 kind of aesthetic, a lot of those armors were then later added to Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
It's like that's
You are. I will tell everyone
Don't
listening
like
right now. I'll tell everyone who listens right now, you are better off taking your concept and building your own thing than you are trying to convince a company that they need to. Than you are convincing a company that, hey, you know, they've got a fan base here they can work with.
yeah, like that's so like I play a lot of Warframe, and there's always been this kind of rivalry between which game is better, Warframe or Destiny 2. It's obviously Warframe because Warframe is still going, and Bungie decided to, or the higher ups at Bungie decided to pull the plug on Destiny 2,
No,
which
what?
apparently didn't tell the devs.
Yeah, what happened was the higher ups put their money into Marathon, and
Which
Marathon,
is a failing game. So
yes, it's failing, and they think if we just shove enough money at you, what happens is, and this is what I've told people a lot of times, this is what happens when you have a bunch of bean counters who think they're creatives all of a sudden. All they see is numbers, and they think, well, if we just shove enough money into this, it will work, and it never pans out.
Nope.
There's not enough money.
And
There's not enough money in the world to make me care about Marathon.
what I find fun is that a lot of players from Destiny 2, who have, like majority of them have been like, oh, like Destiny 2 is better than Warframe, are now suddenly trying out Warframe and figuring out that, hey, wait, hold on, this game is much better.
Oh yeah,
Because they have
Warframe is
devs
awesome.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, because the game actually has devs that listen to the feedback they get.
One of the things that sold me on Warframe and made me play that got me to play was Destiny. I loved playing Destiny, and there was a point where you would get special weapons, and a lot of times when I would play the melee weapons would be a special weapon that you could only use like once every so often, had to charge back up, or you got so many numbers of swings out of it. And I was like, this is dumb. Why does my melee weapon have a freaking ammo counter? And then one of my buddies, the guy that I know, Bronzy, out there, shout out to Bronzy, he said, hey, yeah, you know, like Warframe has like, you have a melee weapon and 2 ranged weapons. And I was like, oh, really? And of course, he's a fan of both of them. So like, you're not losing anything with him. He was a fan of one and he's a fan of the other one. And Frick.
thing with Warframe 2 is that some Warframe have abilities that boost damage, and if you mod it
Oh, yeah.
correctly, like one bullet from a gun can do like 1,000,000 damage.
Oh yeah.
And then
I
there's
think my
certain
favorite.
weapons that have special traits. Like there is one which they first gave it out when watching their like yearly and like anniversary stream called the Tenacon. It's a weapon called Gotva Prime, and it has an effect where when you land a status hit on the target, your next shot will have an increased crit chance by 300%.
Ooh, damn.
It's like that, and you just max out your status chance and max out crit damage, because you don't need to worry about crit chance.
Yeah, get ready, bro. This is gonna suck. No, I think one of my favorite my favorite Tenno on there was Glass.
Yeah, and like there is there are also modular weapons, so there's act like you can get parts and build up a weapon that you want with the stats that you want. Like I have a melee weapon which has a special arcane equipped to it, which you can only get through the Halloween event now. Where if I do a melee, an aimed or like aimed melee attack, after I have double jumped or made a bullet jump, I throw away a projectile.
Oh,
If it
nice.
travels further than like 30 meters, I get like plus 500% damage.
Cool. See, I liked Glass.
And
The reason I liked Glass was we would get into me and the guys we were playing. I think it was me and Chris and Bronzy were sitting there. We would be playing teams, and you'd have to do that one mission where you had to basically collect stuff and you had to hold a position for so long. And one of the things I would do with Glass is just jump on the position, lock in Glass's deal, and I figured out how to lock the thing in such a way where if I got high enough off the ground.
oh, so you played Gora.
Yeah, Gara. You'd use Gara's glass ability, and it would basically lock in to so large. They would be coming in, and Chris and Bronzy were like, Bronzy was like our heavy hitter. Chris was our DPS guy, and I was basically shield and crowd control. And they would just go nuts on the edge of that little deal where no enemy could get through it. It took them time to break through the thing, and they go nuts just building up on melee. And then as soon as everything broke through, hey, we're going guns. We went hot. By the time that happens, by the time that we would get to the point where we needed to go hot, I had the next shield built back up, and it was just a straight cylinder shield. It would pop up, and if you did it correctly, if you jumped high enough,
you hold it.
Depending on how long you held it. And if you I figured out if you jump high enough, you could actually cover that thing entirely so nothing could come in. Sometimes you'd have enemies that come over the top. If you got high enough, you could cover that area and it wouldn't be a problem. And so Gara was the main Tenno I used the most.
But yeah, like there are for example at first they didn't have this, but later they added. So weapons in Warframe can have 2 arcanes on them.
Yeah.
For the modular one, so the modular melee weapon are called a saw, and the modular primer is called a kit gun. So one of those arcanes is going to be specific for the modular weapons. So on my melee that I built, which I just called it Oblivion, I can throw a projectile, but then the other one, which is quite a rare one, is when I land a basic critical hit, my attack will hit twice. And that
nice.
Projectile count as a normal melee attack, so if enemies who die from it, they take double damage.
Fuel critical.
Oh, that's cool.
I have one-shot bosses with that thing.
I had a system set up to where I had almost unlimited ammo, to where almost everything was just pulling ammunition. I just swapped from one to the other, and it would just constantly build up ammunition in both my guns, pretty much.
That's the thing, is they've actually added weapons that have infinite ammo, and some of the kit, like for kit guns, there is an arcane that gives you infinite ammo. The magazine that just regenerates on its own.
Oh, that's something new.
Oh, in Destiny 2 with the barrier, not barrier shield, but the short shield, if you sat behind it with sweet business, you used to be able to continuously fire until that shield disappeared. They got rid of that because we were melting bosses like they were ice cream in the Australian sun. Oh, look, a boss! Let me just wind up my minigun. And not stop till it dies.
See, I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of nerfing something the fandom has figured out. I don't understand that. If the fandom has figured it out, let the fandom have fun with it. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, it was great when they allowed it.
That I don't understand. When a company says, "Oh, we've got to nerf this," no, just let it go. That's how games were back in the day, man. You'd find something cool
That-
and everyone would just utilize it.
That's kind of what people are thinking with Helldivers 2, is that why does the game that is PvE need weapon balancing?
Oh yeah. And I can tell you why. It needs weapon balancing. Because if we didn't have weapon balancing, how the fuck is Sony going to be able to sell you the next Warbond?
Yeah.
Because that's what
I've
they do
seen
with
people
COD.
make the meme of they're balancing the weapons because they're afraid the NPCs will leave the game.
Yes, I feel that that's probably one of the reasons.
Yeah. But going back to Halo, I like that a
have you
game
ever-
as old as Halo Reach is, I still like that there are people finding ways to speedrun missions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is, I believe it's the mission Sword Base. After you have finished getting the AA gun and the comms relay back online, it'll drop off a Warthog with the Gauss cannon on it.
Mhm.
When you later go back to Sword Base and have to go through like the transit to like the courtyard,
Mhm.
you can actually drive the Warthog into a corner between the barricade that's meant to block you from using vehicles, and
Oh,
it will
yeah.
actually make you jump over those cinder block barricades, so you can bring the Gauss Hog to shoot the hunters that are like down in the garage.
Hey, Conan, look what I got.
It takes like 2 shots to kill the hunters, and it's super easy to complete that.
It's like that's something that's in Halo. I mean, taking warthogs where they're not supposed to go. That's a common thing. Like even in the Halo books, when they like the notarized version of Master Chief's mission, what was that one where you're on the island and you're driving the warthog around? He actually takes the warthog inside there with him, and like goes toe to toe with the Covenant with a fucking like actually lore wise.
Like,
yeah, like
edits
in game.
I see with like lore accurate Master Chief, and he just
yes,
jumps on a plasma grenade, catches a banshee in the air, and then like shoots a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah, like lore accurate Master Chief, every game accurate Master Chief for the player. I get to the platform and I go into the temple where the Covenant's at, and I fight the 2 Covenant elites that are in optic camouflage. Lore accurate Master Chief, the optic camouflage elites are running for their lives because Master Chief said, "Fuck it, we're taking the truck."
Yeah. They're probably thinking he's going to use it as a bomb or some shit.
It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to sit there. It doesn't matter if you're invisible when there's like a 2-ton vehicle coming at you at 90 mile an hour.
Yeah.
In a hallway that's so narrow, you ain't got very much wiggle room.
To be fair, the Halo show, I think, was actually good at portraying the strength the Spartans had.
Oh,
When
yeah.
one of them was like deadlifting a warthog.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're like way stronger than that. I think one of them.
Yeah.
What was it? I think it was Kelly held up a
Yeah, but
ship
it's like,
while people
yeah,
were
she-
evacuating, and then Master Chief like bench pressed a mountain at one
So-
point.
Wait, what?
the Spartan of
Yes, there's
the
a-
blue team.
There was a
Linda,
there was
sniper, is a fucking lunatic.
yeah, there was actually a point in one of the books, I think it was, where they end up in a situation where the Covenant collapse a mountain, and Master Chief just basically drops to his back, plants both his feet on there, and just does leg day, while another Spartan that's with him runs off and completes the mission and comes back, and the two of them work their way back out of the mountain. Master Chief basically just bench presses a mountain for about 2 or 3 hours. He holds it.
What the fuck?
But like,
Yes.
but
And,
also, like,
and
the-
as
the Spartan
badass as he is, Jerome is bigger.
But here's another thing. So Linda, which is the sniper chick from Blue Team,
Yeah.
she's a fucking like psychopath. She was hanging upside down and one-handedly sniper shot someone.
Are you joking? I think she was the one in Ghosts of Onyx where they get into a fight with a Covenant ship, and they steal a Covenant ship, and they're fighting another Covenant ship, and one Covenant ship says, "Fire the plasma weapon." They shoot their plasma weapon, and they're getting ready to. They're going in, and they're like, "Linda, we need to figure out what direction we're gonna do." And Linda's looking at the target. She's like in monotone voice, like in the zone. She goes, "Hang on, I got this," and sniped the plasma round with another plasma round. Like she's sniping bullets out of the air, and the Covenant elites on the other ship are like, the other Covenant elites are like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on here?"
Her fucking level of accuracy is insane.
Oh yeah.
Jan, she's a woman you don't want to fuck with
Oh no.
because you'll be on a different planet and she'll shoot you.
What is that one show where the chick is getting into? Oh yeah, it's Stranger Things, where she mouths off to one of the guys. She says that both of you either calm down or I'll shoot your balls off, and yes, I can hit a target that small.
Nice.
But like I've played like Halo Infinite's firefight modes, and it is fun seeing all the maps that people make with the more advanced Forge features.
Mhm.
But there's still something special about Halo Reach firefights. It can't be beat.
Yeah, we need more good Halo.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen in a while.
Yeah, like I kind of hold my hopes for the Unreal Engine Halo that they're working on, which they have apparently reported saying that if it does well, they're probably gonna do a Unreal remake of Halo 2 and Halo 3.
The only problem I have with companies using Unreal is if you don't know what you're doing, Unreal gets really testy real fast. It gets really hard to manage it.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that you got to watch out for with Unreal. They haven't figured out how to do this. Mostly, if I were to use Unreal for a video game, this is what I will tell people right now. If you have no coding experience, this is how I would use Unreal. I would use Unreal with its blueprint system to get a concept going so you had somewhere to go. Because you can learn, you can put There's all kinds of tutorials on how to put any mechanic in. Just go in there, figure out the mechanic you want to take from one game and put into your game. There's a tutorial for it. It's really simple. You don't have to have coding, but then take that and find someone who can code professionally and show them exactly what you're wanting to do, and then y'all can figure out how to do it together. And then you can start making something cool. Because I'm gonna tell people right now, y'all can probably make a better game than what AAA companies are making right now.
I mean, it's already proven. Like, if you look at some of the more recent indie games that
Expedition
people have
33,
made, yeah,
which yes,
Whereas, like,
Expedition
I've
33
seen-
had AAA developers, but they didn't have the AAA
Yeah.
budget.
yeah, but it's like I've also seen memes where it's like, because the people who made Expedition 33 were ex devs for
Yeah.
I think it was Ubisoft.
They were people who knew how to
the
code.
Ubisoft executive being like, our former devs made this in a cave.
Yeah,
with a
but
box
here's
of
the thing.
scraps.
Here's the thing. They were people who knew how to code, who've been coding for a long time. If you've got coding
Yeah.
experience, you can make a video game. It's the time is your only problem. And the thing about AI, people might get mad at me for saying this, but I'm gonna say this right now. AI is great for heavy lifting. AI is great for taking someone who's not a creative and translating what they want to a creative. Because a creative person has to visually see what you've got, or you got to be really good at explaining it to them for them to get it in words. So one of the ways I would do it, here's an AI y'all can use at home. Perchance. Perchance's AI imaging is awesome. It's as equal to, if not better than Grok's. I've used both of them. Grok has limitations. Let me tell you, you can make some risque stuff on Perchance, but Perchance doesn't just give you one. You can set Perchance up and it'll give you 8 different types, and then you can just keep recycling the ones that are absolutely not what you want until you get a photograph of what you are looking for. And it does it in multiple different fashions. You do that, and you eventually get something that's close to what you want. Take that as a concept, hand it off to your creative person who's going to actually draw it up, and they've got something. They've got a lot of their work done. I mean, for getting your work and doing it better, AI really helps. Also, on the concept of writing, if y'all are writing stuff, Grok is great for that. What I would do is do this prompt, go into Grok and tell it to act like an editor for a book, and tell it to be brutally honest about what the problems are and explain to you how to fix them. Grok will do that. That's what it is. It's a language system. It will go through whatever you're writing, whether it's a storyboard, whether it's anything. You can tell it to go look for plot holes, and it will find a plot hole somewhere. It will find editing mistakes, and then it will go. Then you can tell it, well, give me the editing tell where the problem is at, put in italics or quotations or whatever, what I need to fix, what's wrong, and how I need to fix it. And then it will do like an editor. It will go through and edit it. It's the same thing as hiring a professional editor, and it does it, one, for free, and it will also do it in a matter of 60 seconds. So you're not sending off a manuscript to an editor, waiting about a month for them to get done critiquing it, and then them sending it back. You can do this in real time. You'll get a book out there faster. You just got to write the damn thing, and then just have it figure out what all the problems are. It'll tell you all your grammatical errors. They'll sit there and tell it to write your book, tell it to edit your book. Because I've got a first chapter for a sword and sorcery thing that I'm working on. That's just been a side project of mine. And I went through it, did the first set of writing, and it completely fixed a whole lot of other issues. And then it explained that, because one of the things editors also do is they help you with tone of your book. They also tell you where, if you've got too many sentences, one of the problems I have with my writing is I reiterate myself too much. So it stopped the reiteration and told me I could say just a little bit of other things, and then I could take its advice and make some other stuff to make it work. I may release that the first chapter on the Discord just so you guys can check it out, just to see what AI can, just see like how much better it can make your writing. I don't have the side-by-side examples because my old writing app that I have on my phone, they discontinued it, so now I'm having to work with a new writing app, but I'll throw the next one up there so y'all can take a look at it and work with it. It's just a rough draft though. But AI going that far, It can teach. You can use it for a lot of things. Do, like I said, heavy lifting. Throw an idea out there, figure out how to run it, and it can give you a lot of ideas on how to make it work, how the plot structure should go on it. Like also on Perchance, when it comes to like the art aspect of it, Perchance, if some of y'all that are DM deving, I've told Renegade Bundy this because he does D&D stuff. On there is actually a spot where it creates League of. It actually has its own dedicated League of Legends art. So you can do concept art, and it will pop it up like it's League of Legends or World of Warcraft. So if you want that little extra thing, you want a visual aid for some of your people, you can just print it right off. You can throw it in there and just keep going through the AI for like an afternoon. Have it print out like 8 different pictures. And you can start putting the pictures out there, making descriptions, changing the descriptions and whatnot until you start getting closer and closer to what you want. And eventually you will have like different monsters and ways these will work. I did one for my wife, and it was a barbarian and a wood elf. And it ended up doing it exactly the way she was asking for it. She's like, yeah, I want it like the old school, not like the new stuff where like it's all conservative and everything else. She wanted like the old school, kind of like old school World of Warcraft when it first came out. And it makes it look almost exactly like it. Like some of the shit I can do in Perchance, if I were to hand it off to an actual artist, they could go so fast getting done what I wanted done. They would have but what it does is it gives you a solid direction. And if you can give an artist a solid direction, boom, they're gone. They're like, yeah, I can do this. This is easy money. They're not using AI to make the art. It's just good for getting you there.
Like some of the like old school games, there are some achievements on them that still are like legendary to this day.
Energy.
Yeah, like Lollipop Chainsaw.
Like, no, like for example, like in Halo Reach, there's one. So you can have like nameplates. You can unlock them through like doing different stuff, like in mission, like beating part-time on missions. But there is one that I've seen a lot of people take pride in. It's just called Forklift. It's on Halo. Splat an enemy using a forklift. The thing, a forklift doesn't drive fast enough to get a roadkill, so you need to like smash it. You need to smash an enemy with a forklift somehow.
You'd have to hit a pretty weak one, like a grunt.
Yeah,
that's what I would figure.
The thing is, like, even just going like full like throttle, you don't normally drive fast enough to get a roadkill, so you need to like throw a grenade under it, quickly get in, and hope that it like falls over and smacks a grunt, killing it. I have that nameplate, and I'm happy I have it.
I earned this shit.
Yeah, I earned this shit. I'm a weird with pride.
I miss when games would shit on other games. My God. Like Battlefield Bad Company. Battlefield Bad Company, when the guy hides in a barrel, and they're like, that's about as stupid as hiding in a cardboard box. I miss those.
You know what?
games.
A lot of like people today wouldn't be able to withstand. Like they would get absolutely destroyed by it.
What?
Old school COD lobbies.
Oh God, I remember that. You're in there.
All the fucking racist slurs being thrown at each other.
Dude, the shit they would talk about your mom. I mean, some dude decided to go after. If you showed weakness in a COD lobby, man, you were done.
Oh, they would use it 100%.
Oh man,
They would go
like I'm sitting here looking at these pronoun people nowadays. They're like, oh, don't offend me. I'm like, buddy, you don't need to say that.
Yeah.
What is it? Q said to 007, always have an exit strategy and never let them see you bleed.
Yep.
Yeah, woke people just expect you to see them bleed and, not say shit. Or mock them.
Yep.
but they make themselves so fucking mockable.
Well, it's the whole. It's kind of the. It's not a cry bully. It's the I'm gonna hit you and then go hide behind the teacher mentality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically the people that hate the most.
Yeah.
Like the teacher's pet. No one likes the teacher's pet.
Well, no, they're not the teacher's
Stop
pet.
trying.
It's not just that they're the teacher's pet. It's that they're the type of kid that will run up to you on the playground, hit you with a rock, then
Punch you in
run
the
to the
nuts.
teacher, run right up to the
Yeah.
teacher that's watching you and go, "Teacher, they're trying to hurt me. Stop them. They're trying to hurt me." That's the type of person you're dealing with.
Yeah, actually. Especially when they go to the woke gay people
Uh,
and they're like, we're gonna take away your children and change the gender. It's like, what the
yeah,
fuck? Well, I
that
would say
that was dumb.
yeah, I'm going, yes. How to spread the fact that you guys aren't bad people.
Well, it's
By
not
saying
just
that
that.
you are bad people.
It's not just that. It's like I remember an old black guy one time getting onto his son for stealing. And you know what he told him? He said, "Boy, you better have enough sense not to prove all the Klansmen right. Because that's all you doing is proving them all right." And that's all they did. You walk in there and start telling everybody you're going to take their kids and do all this weird stuff. You are just proving your haters correct. You're
Yeah, like,
you're giving your enemy ammunition at that point.
and they were happy about Sam just going, you realize we're just going to want to shoot you, right? Or beat you out.
Well, it's not-
like beat the snot out of you in public.
It's not that. It's the low IQ concept of I'm going to. It's the low IQ concept of I want to have power no matter what it takes. And unfortunately, when you go for power no matter what it takes, you like I said, there's mentality on this, psychology on it. If you're actually going to control someone, one of the problems if you're going to control people, it depends on what their mental weaknesses are. Some people it's fear, some people it's anger, some people it's pride. You have to be careful with that stuff because you will go in there and try to, oh dear God, the wolves. You will go in there and start some crap with someone, and the next thing you know, you might trip something. Pride, for instance. You can control a person by threatening their pride, like the loss of it. But if you end up putting them in a position stupidly and you press too hard, a person will fight to the death for their own pride. So you got to watch what you're doing. And the people that do that, they've never had any power, they've never had anything in life, and they think, well, if I just push someone around, I will eventually get power. And it doesn't work like that. All you do is you eventually start, like there's the saying from Jesus in the Bible of live by the sword, die by the sword. That's not if you're don't have a weapon. He's not talking about weaponry. He's stating that if you back everything you do with violence, eventually people are going to get sick of your shit and they're going to get violent back with you.
Mm-hmm.
Act ignorant, get ignorant. Or don't start none, won't be none.
Oh, the more you want to fuck, the more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Yeah. And before anyone sits back and says, because I know there's going to be someone out there that's going to see this eventually. Because we are going to, because this channel will get popular, folks. I know it will. But
What?
I said this channel will get very popular at some point. This is going to be something they pull in the past. I'm going to explain myself right now. There is actually a passage of scripture in there where Jesus tells his disciples, hey, how many swords do we have among us? And before they even answer, he goes, if we don't have enough swords, y'all need to go out and sell your coats and buy some swords. And they go, Master, we have 2 swords. And he goes, yeah, that'll be enough. Okay, you've got 1 and you got to back up. That's great. And the reason for that was for no other purpose other than you are given free will, and God respects it enough that even his son sat there and said, yeah, these people have free will, so I better be armed because they're not going to listen to reason. Some people won't listen to reason. They're going to do what they want. So they have to be threatened.
Yep. because some people are fucking morons.
Oh yeah. Like another thing that
But,
that gets me is the people that go around there and they're like they wring their hands whenever it comes down to like something distasteful or whatnot. I have to tell people a lot of times, like, man, those people wouldn't even handle actual. They don't read their Bible enough because they go in there like, we shouldn't see anything bloody, we shouldn't see anything violent. There was actually a passage. There was actually a story in the Bible with David, okay, where Saul wants to f with David, and he tells him, "Hey, you know what? Why?" Because one of the things people don't realize about the story of David when he kills Goliath, there was a reward with that. That was so difficult. One of the reasons why everyone was afraid to fight Goliath was not because Goliath was big. There were men there that would fight him, and they were more than willing to go to battle. The problem was he was big enough they were certain he could whoop one person, and then you're responsible for your people becoming slaves, because that was the deal between the Philistines and the Israelis. It was
yeah.
whoever's champion wins, the other one's going to be the slaves of the winner. And nobody wanted to be responsible for that. David went out there and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to kill this motherfucker and be done with it. Because he was from Judah. He was a lion of Judah, basically. And part of the reward was he was going to be part of the king's house. He was going to be son-in-law to the king. He was going to get a princess of the kingdom. And your family was not going to be taxed anymore. Forever. Like for the rest of their existence. You're not getting taxed. I'm sitting there thinking, motherfucker, I'm pretty sure I could find the will to go out there and fight that idiot. Anyway, in that story, there's a part in there where Saul wants to kill David. He figures out David's going to be the next king. He's the one that God wants to be king. So Saul's like, I'm going to take him out. And in there he says, I'm going to get him with one of my daughters, and I'm going to use her to mess up his reputation so no one likes him. They won't want him as king. First daughter comes in and David's like, yeah, no, I'm not worthy of her. Saul gets a little pissed off, goes round and round with David, finally hands her off as a tribute, finally, marries her off to some other diplomat. Then he brings in Michael and he decides, he tries the same thing. And David's like, yeah, no, I'm not worthy of her. Killing Goliath was not enough. Okay. I'm not really worthy of her. So what happens? Saul goes, okay, you're going to be a little shit about this. So I'm going to give you a task that I guarantee will get you killed. He tells David, he's like, okay, here's the task to earn her hand. You just got to go to the Philistines and find 100 of them, the enemies of Israel, males, and circumcise them. Now, I've heard some people say you would have to kill those men. David was a guy that would follow the order to the letter. So he didn't kill no one. And David's like, yeah, I can do this. So he goes off. So imagine this. You see David walk in, and he's known by reputation at this time that he is an absolute badass. This dude is the guy that when he gets into warfare, he gets carried away and he just starts slaughtering people right and left. He is so ruthless in combat that when the thing that sets Saul off against him is they come into the city and all the young maidens come out, because these guys have come back from war. The men have wealth. They've gotten either servants who have pledged fealty to them. They have either manpower, monetary wealth. They have cattle, herds, something. They have brought back something of wealth. And the maidens would go out because these are young men. They're trying to catch them a husband that has a lot of money. Tale as old as time with gold diggers. And what do the maidens say? They go, Saul has killed his thousands. And Saul's like, yes, I've killed my thousands. And then the girls who are trying to catch David's hand and they go, and David his tens of thousands. And Saul gets pissed off. This is what sets him off on the entire deal of trying to kill him. He gets jealous right off the bat. So David goes out, he comes back, and Saul's like, oh, you didn't get killed doing this. And David's like, yeah, no, I didn't get killed. And he goes, oh, so you've got the 100 foreskins. And he goes, not exactly. He goes, what do you mean not exactly? You failed? And he goes, no, I think he comes back with like 200 foreskins. He gets carried away going out there, dudes. You imagine this guy who is known as the most ruthless killer of Israel busts into the local pub and he comes inside and you watch him beat the crap out of a dude and circumcise him. And then when it's all
Oh,
said and done, you all wake back. You wake up later after you get into a fight
Oh,
with him. You look
fuck.
around the room and everybody's dick's bleeding at this point. Oh, what'd you do?
Just a little boo boo. I just built this.
Oh,
I just
geez, what'd you
ripped the sign
do?
off of this.
Okay,
I
let me guess.
jumped on
Let me
accident.
let me guess. Okay, you jumped. What did you set the strength of the wheels to?
I don't remember, but they're meant to be spongy enough to. They only have 14% strength. How the fuck did I jump that high?
What'd you hit?
The roof.
Oh, I don't see any damage to the roof.
No shit, it's mostly to the vehicle.
So, anyway, going on to it, David comes back after all of that. Saul's sitting there. He's like, well, damn, I didn't kill him on this endeavor, but at least I'm gonna marry him to my daughter, and she's gonna help me destroy him. And they get married, and Saul goes to his daughter Michael, and he says, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna help me destroy my enemy David. And she looks at him. She goes, and basically she says, in a nutshell, I have loved this man ever since I first laid eyes on him. My dream has been to be the wife of this man. No, I am loyal to him. I am sorry, Father. I will not help you in this endeavor. God bless her own dad. It's just like,
Basically, hey dad, go fuck yourself.
yeah, Dad, go fuck yourself. I'm living my dream right now. Go fuck yourself, Dad. Like,
Like,
you got, like, some of the stuff in the Bible is just great for storytelling because some of the stuff that happens in there, it's logical. There's a lot of things that are logical that happens, and it's just perfect.
there's a lot of unhinged shit too.
Oh yeah, there is. Like some people like to say that, there's only, like, Goliath was the only giant that's mentioned. No, he's not. There's several giants. In fact, David has like 3 guys. I can't remember their names. One of them, he kills a 9-foot Egyptian. Another one, he is one of the best swordsmen Israel has ever seen. And then the third guy they get, who ends up taking the 3 of them onto a mission where they just commit the ultimate act of just F you to the enemies of Israel. The way they find him is he's in a pit with a bunch of dead lions. And basically he's kind of like has low impulse control. So he walks up to the pit, looked down in there, and the Bible basically says he looks down the pit, he saw these lions that were hungry, and just jumped in and fought them without a second thought. No, and the way he gets together with David and them is they find him and they realize, and he didn't figure out how he was going to get back out of the pit, so he's stuck there and he needs help. And so they're like, "Yeah, you join me and help me out. I'll let you out." And he's like, "All right, yeah, sure."
Yeah, I kind of fucked up. So
Yeah, he has a reputation of low impulse control to the point where there's a point in there where David he's from Bethlehem and he wants to drink from the well of Bethlehem. And he overhears David and he's like, "Well, I'm getting water from Bethlehem." And the other 2 guys see him and they're like, "What you doing?" He goes, "I'm getting water from Bethlehem." They're like, "Yeah, we think you're going to betray us. We're going to follow you over there." And they get over there and they're like, "Oh shit, he is actually going to just get water. We're actually going to just get water from Bethlehem." So they're like, "Well, we got to help him. He's going to get himself killed." They go down there, just the 3 of them. They beat the crap out of the entire army, get the bucket of water, and then they fight their way back out. They kill like tens of thousands of Philistines,
all for a bucket of water.
all for a bucket of water. And you're just sitting there knowing, you're like, you just imagine the commander of that army going, "Okay, we got attacked. How many men did we lose?" "Somewhere between 30 to 40,000 men." "Really? How many men did they lose?" "None." "How many did they send?" 3. "What do they take? What do they do? Do they sabotage our equipment?" "No." "Did they steal anything?" A bucket of water." "Are you fucking kidding me?" It's like, are you like, are you fucking kidding me? All this over a fucking bucket of water?
Yeah, that would be fucking really aggravating.
Oh yeah. Like just the stories of I love the stories of David because they're just wild. Some of one of them he gets into a fight with his own son, and his men really love him because they're all former outlaws. Most of them are most you find out later on if you read in there. Most of them the reason that they're in trouble with the law is because they're evading taxes. They're all tax dodgers basically, and so they're sitting in there and they love Dave because he gets back there, he basically forgives them for everything they had because they were his ride or die crew. Okay, they
Yeah.
were with him all. They're family basically. If you want to do the Vin Diesel thing, and his son Absalom, who's a little
Man.
shit, starts a civil war, and they catch Absalom because he's got really long hair. He gets caught in like a thicket, and he's hanging by his hair. Like his feet aren't even touching the ground. And David's men find him, and at first Absalom's like, oh, like he wants him to like show him mercy and take him to his father, and they're like, nah, you've done so much shit. For those that are wondering, Absalom just to give his dad more headache took his mother, not Michael, it was one of his other mothers, took her onto the top of the palace and they fornicated just to
Oh.
try and show his dad that he had more power. And Dave has to kill him. He's got to kill him. And his men come up there and they're like, "Yeah, no, we love your
Let's
dad
kill
too
him
much. We love your dad too much, and he'll forgive us if we kill you for him." And they basically just run him through with spears. And Dave's distraught, but then he looks over at his guys and he's like, "Yeah, I understand why y'all did this." I would have been really messed up if I had to kill my own kid. Yeah,
Okay.
Absalom's just a shit and all the other
Also,
crap.
this vehicle can't make it through. This door is too tall.
Oh, well, we'll
So I
just
could
put
rip that door up.
how tall is the door gonna be?
How big do you want it?
Yes.
Fuck.
You should have known that was coming.
Yeah, because I've done the same shit back to you.
Just double the height of just put in like 2 of the folding doors
Oh yeah,
and that'll do it.
yeah.
You'll just have to cut that front section out there and drop the first 2 and then the second 2. Because I figure I'm going to build a tank about that size anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a Halo base if we don't have a Scorpion tank.
Oh, so that means that we also need my Pelican, basically, my Hercules.
Well, yeah, we can have the
Holy
Hercules.
fuck. How are we meant to fit the Hercules in this fucking base?
We'll build a second platform specifically for it.
It needs basically the size of a platform that you've got over there just for its landing pad.
That'll be fine. We can figure that out.
Actually, I've never... Okay, for curiosity's sake, I'm going to gently move this, and I'm going to
I
bring up
would
the
lower
blueprint.
your speed tremendously. If you lower it down enough, it'll move easier. Or just put a throttle control inside of it.
Nah, that thing can go 100 meters a second over shit terrain. The semi-shit terrain.
I love how we're just the mindset, yeah, don't worry about it. It'll go through the wall.
Pretty much. Don't worry about it. I literally put my vehicles through a brutal obstacle course. If they make it through the other side, I continue building them. If they don't, well, I don't touch them. They ain't worth my fucking time.
For us normal people, we use the Hillcrest Rover facility. I think I've done a review on. Okay, what blueprint did you put in? Because I just froze.
The Hercules.
Oh boy.
I don't know where it is. Though.
Where?
I'm trying
Oh
to figure
boy.
that. It's not up. Is it below? No. Where the fuck is it? do negative 50. I think that's just underground. Ah.
Find it?
No. I'm just maxing them out and hoping for the best at this point. How do I display something so fucking massive?
I have no idea.
Oh, wait, do I have... Oh, that explains a lot. It's above... No. Oh, there we go. Oh. So... Found it.
Good.
So this is how much of the platform it takes up. I underestimate how much of a space that we'd need to have for landing platform.
Wow.
This might
Oh,
barely
yeah.
be enough. Like this
Yeah, we can build a second
entire
one. If we're just building just a platform to keep this thing on and operate it with, just for refueling purposes, yeah, we can do that. We may have to put a whole nother door on the other side so we can put troops and stuff into it. So yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just a platform off to one side. It's like, what's meant for that? One aircraft. Don't park anything else. There's no room. Although, we could probably fit a few of the ATVs in the back if we make a...
No, just
different
put
variant.
just put a bunch of mag plates down in there, and then lower the ATVs down to on the wheels. Lower the ride height until they lock onto the magnetic plates, and just set them to a switch lock.
I think
Yeah.
the wheel can actually just lock onto mag
Um,
plates.
Oh.
Don't trust me 100% on that.
So yeah, it takes up majority of our first pad's initial space. You forget how big it is until you bring it back out, and you're like, oh.
That was an issue. It's like I need to solve the power problem.
Energy low.
One of the joys of playing like the Halo games is the combination of skulls that you can run for just to get more score in the game, but also to affect how the gameplay is.
Oh yeah.
Like one that just it hides your motion tracker, So you can't see the enemies. One I like because it's funny to use, but it can also backfire quite quickly. Increase the explosion acceleration. So yeah, explosives cover a bigger area, but that means you have to get further away from any explosive source if you're going to detonate it.
Let me see. Got to get everything figured out here. Running into some power issues.
You know what we should do?
I'm trying to put some extra
yeah,
batteries in.
Well, one, we need some bigger AI drillers, and an O2 hydrogen engine facility.
Yeah.
And we have one that does purely for hydrogen, the other one that harvests the ice for power.
Making
Yeah.
a like backup hydrogen generator is quite easy. Just like not.
We have an ice lake.
up.
That could be our main power.
Yeah. That's true. I just got to put a drone over there.
Yeah, but like, so instead of having it piped into the rest of the base, you could just have one oxygen hydrogen generator, one hydrogen tank, and then a hydrogen engine. Because like when it's not in use, you can fill it with ice, fill up the hydrogen tank, and then when you need to use it to generate power, you have a big supply of hydrogen to use with it.
I'm waiting here. The sun should come up, and that solar panel should help us out a lot. Can't get nothing out of this. I think 5 batteries will do it. If we can just get a little solar power going on here. All right, here we go. Oof, it's not going to be enough. Well, green energy is not operating very well, folks.
Also, you still haven't accepted the invitation to be mentioned as a contributor on my ATV.
Dude, I have not had time. So, the problem I'm running into right now...
Like and I think that it's one of the like top things if you look at blueprints. It's like a third from the very top.
Oh yeah, I need to get on that, don't I? It's
like,
been one of those weeks, man.
Yeah, like it's very close to actually being on the front page.
Come on, Badger, claim that clout.
I should. I really should. I'm just fucking lazy. I'm sorry.
Okay, you big fat cunt. Does Butterball need a snack? Was that too far?
What do you mean?
Oh, I just called you Butterball.
Oh. You remember when you told me that the way Aussies operate, you can barely understand them?
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of those insults are probably going way over my head right now.
I'm pretty sure Butterball's a fucking American one.
It's not one we use a lot.
Uh,
At least not anymore.
fair enough.
God
Just-
damn power cells just will not get in here.
Is at this point
everything
just
else.
so I just have a giant catalog of different insults. And they could be old, newer, or from fuck knows where.
Well, I know one very, and I mean very important rule when it comes to playing Halo Reach. Never let Kat, the chick with the prosthetic arm, never let her drive.
Oh yeah.
It'll get you murdered.
Yep, like there are videos of her straight off just driving off a cliff.
Oh, fucking damn. She'll literally get you murdered.
Like, are you like, like, are you really trying to fucking kill me?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. I've had enough.
Wait, what?
I've had enough. The power issues are irritating me.
You already have a drone on ice, yes?
No.
No. Okay. Fuck, they never made it so you can make AI rovers.
Oh, come now. There we go. Almost like I'm getting through these first. There we go. Got 99 problems. Powering one of them now.
Those might be soon.
Maybe, but not at the moment.
I just ran down the door.
Now all I need is
I
an
forgot
event
how
controller
smooth
that
this
turns that thing off at 99%. So unfortunately, I bet has given me a whole lot of backup.
So I failed to build my ore detector, and I forget where it is on the build.
Really?
Yeah. So I have an ore detector, incomplete in this rover. I'm like, why am I not seeing anything pop up? I now know.
Ah, come on. Here we go, boys. Let's just get this all built up here. Okay. 15 hours so far with the battery supply we currently got. Where you at, Dougie?
And the sun's crested the mountain.
Yep, we should be getting a full amount of solar power and everything else at this point.
Okay, turn this projector off
Where are
real
you,
quick.
puppy? Where'd they go? I hear them.
Oh, that's a gyroscope.
Oh, they're under the base again.
Where did I put that fucking ore detector?
I'm gonna have to replace these half blocks with whole blocks just to stop this nonsense from happening anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they're not here for me.
Is there a way for you to see where the unfinished lock is? Oh, it's in my wheel.
There you go. I seem to have moved your vehicle.
Yeah, it's just flexing on it.
Oh, there we go.
Just now need to grind down the nose of this rover until I find where my ore detector is.
See, this is why I put that stuff out there where it's easy to find. Got 5 cooked meat. There we go. Just 2 batteries left. Oh, come on. I've almost got this. Right. It'll take 17 hours to fully recharge everything. But we've got almost 15 megawatts of power that we can potentially store into the base now, so that problem solved. Also, I think I'm going to turn this area over here into a build platform. There's a certain way I
I
want to do
fucking
this.
love how gullible the enemy tanks are in Halo Reach. If I just get close, they immediately start trying to ram me, and I can use it to just have them drive off the edge.
Oh yeah, that's fun. All right, let's see. First things first, I need to know how much. Let's do production here. Can I do this and still have room? Yeah, we will still have room. That'll actually give me more room. There we go. Now, the one issue I'm going to have right here is a decent catwalk to it.
Okay, I'm back again. Back to digging. It's not there.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
Ow.
Hmm.
No, then I hurt myself.
Good job.
And we're officially out of hydrogen. That's great.
Patrick, I don't know if you knew about this, but one of the very big thing that people hate about Halo Infinite.
Mhm.
They removed the stun feature on the plasma pistol and gave that to the new like arc element. So
Oh, that
the
sucks.
plasma pistol no longer like stuns vehicles.
Oh, that sucks. Why would
Yeah,
Bungie do
instead it's
that?
yeah, I don't know. So I mean, I guess because they were gonna implement a new line of like banished weapons, which used like arcs of electricity.
Yeah.
So I guess that was the reason. It's like, hey, let's just give this feature to these new weapons. But on the other hand, it's like it's been a core feature in all Halo games. It's one of those where people ask like, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. They
Hey,
will
Pinches.
find a way
Hey,
to break it.
it's a great idea. Let's make people buy back a mechanic they already had.
Yeah, basically. It's mostly just, hey, look, we're so greedy, we want you to buy this back.
But like, also, when I told this to a friend who played Halo Reach like a long, long time ago, in the mission Tip of the Spear, when you're in the last bit of it, where you need to get up the Covenant Spire,
Hmm.
there's a lot of people who don't know. I've seen it. They don't know that you can lure, because there are banshees flying around. You can lure
Yep.
them to get close enough. You can actually shoot them with a plasma pistol and stun them,
I forgot you could
and
do that.
use that to fly all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
Because I've
Oh.
also managed to, like, if I aim it carefully, I can. So the banshees can shoot like a like plasma bomb. If I
Yeah, they got the
aim it
plasma missile, don't they?
carefully, yeah, if I aim it carefully, I can hit that shit into the door, killing the last guy with the energy sword.
Nice.
So in the end, I just need to land and go like hit a terminal. Like there's very little I really need to do in the end. I more or less just walk to a terminal, hit this button, mission done.
I want to say that'll do it. I'm gonna need to hijack one of these. I think I'll grab the Cobalter. Oh.
Yeah, can you stop the Cobalter because it keeps clogging up the system?
Yeah, getting to it's going to be a difficult thing because I don't have a means. Hang on.
Do you know which one is the Cobalter?
I have a suspicion. Let's put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
There, that helps. Let's see. Yeah, it's this guy. Let me grab him real quick. Okay, we are done running Cobalt. So stop your job now. I don't have any hydrogen, so we're going to have to build the hydrogen. We're also going to need to probably build some sort of hydrogen storage. And I think I'm gonna probably bury that pretty good in the ground under the base. So it'll be really hard to hit with a railgun or something. It's probably futile, but all right.
If I put a thing to toss out stone, Although we kind of need the stone for the iron and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, a
Well,
reliable way.
well, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to hit this on an area where we can also get some magnesium in the process.
Mhm.
Let me see if I remember correctly. I think there was some magnesium out on the one deal. That way we can start building some guns real quick. Okay. I was fixing to say, I own you.
Oh, yo. Look up, Dad.
All right, off to the lake here. I think it was right about here. Let's see. Okay, set up mining job. One good thing about the drone, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's drop this down here. I want to. Okay. Now we'll just run this baby up here and number 4 and let her go. Give this a minute and I'll just ride this thing back to base and we should start getting some hydrogen here soon. This is the cheapest drone I've ever built. Now, if I can just build something to 3D print these things off, we could just print them in mass and just have a massive amount of them and just set up a series of collection towers. And these things just fly in, drop into their respective collective tower, and then we're done.
With a cargo container for each specific resource.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this thing's going to take a minute to get back. Well, folks, I'm going to go over here and get me a water while this thing figures out what it wants to do. And yes, normally I would be drinking a lot of soda in game, but unfortunately I ran out of money, so...
Yeah, broke bitch.
I'd also like to remind chat that if you want to help with my soda addiction, super chats are available.
And how the fucking give me your fucking money mean is going through my head.
Nah, I'm not like some crazy
Yeah, I
girl.
know.
I I often remind people that there was this one crazy e-girl chick, and she goes, "Why are you in my chats if you're so poor you can't give me $5 a month?" And I'm like, "Lady, I don't think you understand where you sit in this relationship."
Oh wait, she doesn't stand.
Yeah.
You need us more than we need you.
Yeah, it's the age-old thing that people like to mention. You know, the king is not a king without followers, and I intend to be a good king.
I'm just an asshole.
I'm gonna try and get one section of the base set up for prototyping, which is what I'm working on right now.
Oh, we have no ice right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm bringing back ice right now.
Go ahead.
The generator ate through all of it, so I'm going to bring back have this thing do ice runs, and it should dip down low enough that we should also get some resources while we're at it.
Method. Lift space drive renewal from new speaker. Delivery system. Solvable. Getting us up.
Okay, I too will go do an ice run.
So, all we need is orbit cable to transport the single most expensive piece of equipment.
As a soldier on the field, that couldn't cost me. Research. That said, a good place to look my field. The nearest managed engineers and the managed distance.
Guessing the ice field is this way.
And to reach on near. Second, method.
You're scary. You know that.
All we
Fuel
need is a green
critical.
light from Holland. They don't want to ask.
No way in hell.
So I still find it incredibly funny playing through the Halo Reach campaign. When you finish Tip of the Spear, and you're about to go on the mission where you fly the sabers,
Yeah.
and Cat goes like, "You remember that accident with a slip space drive where it teleported half a ship into oblivion?" It's like, yeah. What if we recreated that with a Covenant ship? It's like, well, we don't have any way to get them. Well,
Maybe we do.
we're not like we're definitely
Mine
not
might die.
so far away from a definitely non-existent saber program being denied by multiple administrations, and where our news member was 100% not a pilot for, and it's like there's no way the colonel's gonna go for this. Like you're asking, it's like, well, there's no way in hell it's gonna go for this. Cut to saber launch platform. It's like, well, looks like he went for it.
The fuck did that dog go?
I still
Oh,
fucking love
That
the
dog was
cutscene.
after me. So it's probably running to the ice field right now.
No,
Like,
there was one that came up here and came after me, so I ran it off the platform.
Oh,
But like, I just fucking love that cutscene and how Noble Team's leader Cardi goes like, well, there's no way in hell he's gonna go for this, and then next cutscene just saber launch platforms. It's like,
I don't
well-
think, Corey, I don't think you understand how desperate we are right now.
Yeah. like, well, looks like he actually went for it.
I bet you we're
Silent.
not that desperate. I bet we are.
I beg to fucking differ, my guy. Also, I fucking love my the emblem that I have on Halo Infinite. It's a skull with a golden cowboy hat.
I swear to God, if I ever do a game, I'm bringing back the custom emblem thing that COD got rid of.
Yeah. I remember there were a lot of people who were like genuinely getting really pissed off when that they removed it.
No, just
Aw,
help me
man.
build my game. You'll get the custom emblem because you'll have custom
And-
crafting.
I mean, to be fair though, some videos.
But I know
see-
why they took it off, because there's
It's-
one particular one that I remember. I remember watching people were talking about like custom COD emblems. There's a guy talking about it, and one of the emblems he brings up, and it's a happy dick. It's a dick with a smiley face on it.
Yeah.
It's squirting out the top, and the balls are his feet, and he's just running like, I'm a happy dick. I'm a happy dick. I'm like, yeah, this is why they won't let us have that. But
Yeah,
you
it's
know
like,
what?
yeah,
let's have-
Fuck it. I'd bring it back. I'd bring it back
Yeah, it'd be
1,000
hilarious.
times over.
Yeah, to be fair, like even like when they only give us like not a super big amount of like options to
Mhm.
make your own like custom emblem, people are still very fucking creative.
Oh yeah. The best ones were the pinup. When guys would just make pinup girls. You'd be sitting out there fighting. That was the thing that made Black Ops so awesome, was you were in there playing and you get your ass beat. And the guy that beats your ass, man, he have a cool ass emblem. You were just like, yeah, this guy puts enough time into the game. He should have the opportunity to whoop me.
Yeah. But there's one thing I hate that they haven't implemented, and that's the ability to make your own like cross-game playlist. Where like you select which mission that you want in a playlist from across the different Halo games.
Oh, there's a whole
It's
lot of
always
things
like-
I would change.
There's always presets.
Ranked matchmaking would be something I would end right now if I could. And I'll tell you why.
You know, like if I
Because
could,
it's stupid.
I've heard this through some friends that like if I've asked them like if you could remove one thing from like gaming in general and it would never come back and it would never get invented again. I said I would 100 want to remove fucking microtransactions from games.
Microtransactions and ranked matchmaking. Ranked matchmaking makes no fucking sense. It does not help the game at all.
To be fair, I would if I
It's
could
a
only
great
pick one-
concept.
if I could only
Everyone's
pick
being
one of
called a
those,
bitch.
I would more pick microtransactions over ranked.
I would take both of them out. I'll explain why.
Yeah, but like like,
Microtransactions,
both has-
obviously.
I would love to fucking remove both. But let's say you could only pick one. I'm 100% going with microtransactions over ranked game.
Oh, yeah.
modes.
If you go with one, yeah, microtransactions being gone, because that fixes a lot
Yeah.
of gameplay issues. Because then your game has to perform.
Yeah, and like I feel like that's the
Damn,
issue
how
with
am I out of-
microtransactions. A lot of like game studios have become too comfortable with, oh, I can just release a DLC and people will buy it afterwards, where it also like a lot of games don't need to perform good on launch because they can just add stuff to it later. Where
yeah,
so
just doing it.
microtransactions
And that's
actually has
that's
to
what a
be
freaking beta
banger of a
mode. Yeah, that's what a freaking beta mode is for.
Yeah, instead of doing
Yeah.
like just updates to the game and be like, oh, here, have new content. It's like, hey, pay for this DLC.
Yeah.
And then we'll make the game better.
But we
Well,
won't.
like, I'm
we'll just fuck
hoping
it up more.
Here's the I'm curious over. So, I fucking love the stop killing games movement of
Yes,
how
I love that.
it will require games to have like an end of life plan so you can still play the game even after they've like shut down servers.
And that's not hard to do because World of
Yeah,
Warcraft has
here's-
that.
I wonder what will happen if a game has like an online store attached to it. Like, will you still like if there are no like official servers that like the game devs have? since that like it's third-party servers that are running it, how will that affect the like online store of a
It's
game?
quite simple, really. You're just gonna. It would basically the game companies would. It would help out the game companies because one thing you could just set the game into a mode where the microtransactions could still take effect.
Hey, back
It's
up.
just you wouldn't be adding to them anymore.
Can you set up a base level connector pointing out the side?
Okay, where do I need that connector to go?
Anyway, like
But
just
also, like,
other
I
than the
like
hole, other
how
than the drill hole.
when they
That connects up to cargo, preferably.
We're about to run into a power issue again.
when they talked
I'm bringing ice, like a lot of it
About-
in one go.
a lot of this stuff.
Oh. Okay. Uh.
This
Well,
thing
yeah, it's
pulls
gonna
like
be
a
fun. This is gonna be fun to figure out here. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get some piping.
It could be
going
off.
here.
It might be able to just do it off the edge there. Yeah, I've got the turning.
All right, let me manipulate some shit here. Low on construction components yet again. Actually, hold up. Pull that out a little bit.
Yeah, I hinted to it.
Let's see if I got the parts to make this work here.
But
No, I do not.
One of the interesting takes on like the stop killing games movement that I've seen a lot of people get wrong is they're not asking for like they actually have like reasonable demands. It's like, oh yeah, like if the game is like subscription based, then we don't expect there to be a end of life.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, that is by all means a fair assumption, is that it's a subscription base, so you can't really have an end end of life like that. But also, like, they're welcome for the like devs to give options and like come with feedback to like what they might like, what would be reasonable end of life. It's not like, oh yeah, every game needs to be playable after the dev stops supporting. It's like, no, that's not what they wanted, because they know every game won't be playable. And I was like, it got overwhelming support.
A good
In
game that
the-
has like continued on, even though it has very low player base, is called Depth. It has no updates. Actually, they started updating again, like very lightly updating and fixing bugs. But Depth has been out for ages. And it's received no updates, but it gets little fixes here and there. And it has for a long ass time. The servers run for it because the servers are based on people's computers. And yeah,
I
it's a fun
think
game.
I think it was. Oh, fuck, what was the game? I know it was like a Valve game, I think. No, it wasn't Dead by Daylight. It's like one of those like zombie survival. Yeah, I think Valve made it. Oh yeah, Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, where it stopped receiving a bunch of updates. There were a bunch of bugs, and then a group of like
All
the
right, you
player
ready to go, man?
base decided to
Okay.
make a it was going to be like a mod pack that would fix some of the bugs, but also add some new content.
Oh, yeah.
And then the devs liked it so much that they actually made the mod into an official update. more or less they gave them the tools and it's like make this an actual update instead of a mod, and
See,
we'll
it's like
add it to
Gabe,
the game.
but it's like Gabe said when it, and this is something that a lot of companies just will not learn. It's like Gabe said, piracy, all that stuff that you don't like happening on your games, that is usually the result of poor customer service.
Yeah, which is why he made Steam, because I think he said that like the reason most people pirate games is there's no real easy way to get them. So if you make a site where like your games are easily accessible, people are less likely to pirate games.
Yeah.
Okay, I just harvested 60k ice.
But I
Okay,
also
nice.
find it funny when people like try to compare Epic Games and Steam. We're like, well, Epic Game gives out a lot of free games. And it's
Oh,
like, yeah,
I will.
but
Here's what
have
I
you
will say.
seen that? But like, there are reports that a lot of people who get a game for free on Epic later go and buy it on Steam.
Yes, another
Yeah.
thing that Epic does, the one thing that Epic does that Steam doesn't do, and this is because Epic is also hooked into Unreal Engine 5. Epic will give away about 3 to 5 asset packs every month for free. So I actually have some asset packs on here that are worth $200 or $300 I've gotten for free. They have just a ton of shit on them for Unreal Engine. Every month, if you check the Epic Game Store, you just start adding stuff from the Fab area, then the free spot to your library, you will have a lot of shit after a while.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that Epic's Games does better than Steam. The only one.
Yeah. I saw it was like two players in like a forum debating which one was better, Steam or Epic. And someone said like the exact same thing that you did. And it's like, this is why Epic's better, and the other goes like, I hear what you're saying. It all sounds very well. I'm still picking Steam.
I can pick Epic for a very select few games, or I pick Steam for almost all of them, or will
Yeah.
be all of them once they come over. If they ain't exclusive, they're going to be on Steam.
Yeah, and it's like, I like when people were making the memes that like the reason Xbox is going to make like their next console is gonna be like include Steam is that's their way of getting the like PlayStation exclusives on Xbox, because most of those exclusives are also released onto Steam.
Yep.
What was that?
And oh, just another explosion over here.
Okay, that's probably a one deal.
Oh, yeah. I like how we just ignore the shit out of them. They explain and wonder why the fuck happened. Don't
They
worry, if
find
we
out.
ignore it, it will go away. Oops.
What time is it? Oh shit. Check here and see what our inventory is at.
Yeah. One thing I really like about Halo, among other sci-fi series, is how a lot of the different stuff in Halo, like you could probably actually make it like it's
Oh,
like
people make
real
the
in terms of like physics and stuff, or like how something is constructed. Like there's real elements taken into account when making it. For example, how the ODST SMG, the magazines, it uses caseless ammunition.
Yeah.
That was a thing
And
before.
I've seen some people say like, oh, like case ammunition, that's sci-fi. It's like, no, there was
Have
actually.
you ever seen the movie Demolition Man?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember when Simon Phoenix gets that one future gun?
Yes.
That gun uses caseless ammunition. In the movie,
Yeah.
they
I
took
know
it because it had the rail on it. They took that gun and just basically pulled the magazine out because it put the magazine right up in between the two areas and run the barrel. They just pulled that off and just declared it a rail gun.
Yeah.
It's old school Hollywood was awesome. Alien, the first Alien movie, they Ridley Scott went over to, or whoever was running it the first time, went over to an airplane junkyard, just started grabbing stuff that he thought would look good, shoved all of it into a deal perfectly. They didn't make any cuts. They just seamed it all in with epoxy. And then when they got done with the set to pay for the red carpet and all the marketing, they took all those airplane parts that they bought and resold them back onto the market as replacement
Huh.
for other stuff. And they actually made money off of the props when they did it. A lot of the stuff, like Star Wars, a lot of the stuff they pulled out, they pulled bomber cockpits and things like that, panels, random shit.
I know
The
one
aesthetic,
funny story.
Yeah,
One funny story I've heard about the B-2 bomber
mhm.
is once, I think it was like a bird strike, the window on it broke, and when they were trying to get a replacement, they found that they had actually sold a replacement window to a guy who used that window for like his kid's treehouse. So this kid's treehouse was using the same like fucking cockpit window as the B-2 bomber. And they went to the guy and was like, hey, could we buy that window from your kid's treehouse?
We kind of need that back.
Yeah, we kind of need that back.
We made a fucky wucky, and we
Yeah.
Well, no,
We'll
it wasn't
pay
a
you
fucky
handsome.
wucky. It was a we had a boo boo happen. We are not responsible for the boo boo, but we need to we need to fix the boo boo for our effort.
Yeah.
Well, we got plenty of coal.
Where-
You know, it's also like
we're really in a bowl, aren't we?
the one thing I like, the story is hilarious, but the one thing I don't get is like, how do you sell a spare cockpit window for the most advanced bomber you have without anyone fucking batting an eye at it?
It's the government.
Yeah,
we
don't
will
worry
we
about it.
will fuck some stuff up at some point in time.
It's a government. They will always fuck shit up.
True.
Fair enough.
Oh, here's some silicon.
Oh, speaking of vehicle, there is one vehicle that I wish we would see more of in the mainline Halo games and not just in Halo Wars, and that's the Cobra.
Dude, I'd love a pilotable Grizzly.
But like the Cobra.
Mhm.
Do you know which vehicle the Cobra is?
I don't know.
It's a six-wheeled vehicle that has like twin guns on it, like twin like gas cannons, and it has a fortress mode where it locks down and folds those two gas cannons in, and then in the center it shoots out a big railgun.
Oh, fun.
So, new project. We're gonna build that fucking thing.
Okay, so I'm currently scaling the mountain.
Scaling the mountain. Why?
Because need to find other resources.
Okay.
Plus, this thing's kind of built to go off this train.
Oh, you're taking a truck up there.
Yes. My overbuilt low center mass truck. It's just cruising up mountain, up the really
Well-
shit terrain.
Well, with any luck,
Like
I'll
it's not-
have a we'll have a workshop somewhat working when you get back.
Badger, if you look in the Discord, I sent you a picture of the Cobra. That thing is fucking sick.
Let me check it here. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, I'm now out of the valley.
Oh crap. That is gonna be fun.
Oh, what's this? Oh, just shitty cobalt. It's a big area of it though.
It's the role.
Oh, I
of
found
it
iron.
So,
I just
Badger,
found iron.
the funny thing is,
Yeah,
the
we have iron.
Cobras-
I have a drone working on iron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, what
So-
resources do we need?
Uranium?
Oh,
Uh,
for you.
Badger, guess the role of the Cobra.
I'm guessing fire support.
No, it's so like on Halopedia, its role says
Yes.
anti-materiel / anti-fortification.
Critical.
Oh, so it's a siege gun.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we can build a siege weapon.
Yeah, like the big railgun, it folds out when it's in what's called fortress mode. That's a 105mm railgun.
Ouch.
In terms of space engineers, that's not actually that big.
Yeah, nope.
I think
Consider
a
we
large group
can-
railgun is bigger.
I consider we can and will chuck a bigger object at you. Whether it be with a railgun or gravity generators, we will chuck it at you.
Hey, I found our magnesium.
We've got a lot of magnesium.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not. This area has everything but platinum and uranium is about the only thing I don't have in this area.
Oops.
Maybe gold. So if you find some gold up there, that'll be awesome.
Uh-huh. Well, my finds are fucking useless.
Oh, no. Side them up, because we'll just send a drone up there to get them.
Oh, I just kept driving.
I just realized one thing I would want to see more of in a Halo games is some of the vehicles you don't really see much. You only see them like quickly. For example, like the, atmospheric fighters that you see fly over you in ODST.
Yeah.
Like some of those, and like because there is actually like planet-side naval ships. Cause like, would it be more fun to see those being incorporated? Like more like planet-based assets that would be used in the mission rather than like, oh, you get fire support from a frigate flying in, that is flying above you, or the typical, which is the longsword, the those like B-2 bomber-looking interceptors. Give us more variety of like what we get support from.
Well, 343 ain't gonna do that, so.
Yeah. Sad.
Like, while I can go balls to the walls in this thing, I'm only keeping around like 40 meters a second while up here. Shit's steep up here.
Let's see here. Ah, this damn cobalt.
Mm-hmm.
The stupid part, we've got one industrial refinery free right now.
Dig the hole deeper and it won't be free longer.
Well, we're eating through the cobalt at an accelerated rate, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we do have to build the entire fucking base.
Yeah.
Which is going to be big.
But I took the cobalt miner and sent him off to go get ice and whatever else is in that lake. And then our one round beacon, he's running stuff right now, so that's not a big issue. All right, let's go see how the ice miner is doing. Just want to see how the hole is going, buddy. Where's the damn hole? Ah, there we are. This is about half my hydrogen to get there, but... Oh yeah, he's doing good. Oh, let me make it close enough that I don't have to do a whole lot of walking.
Fuel low.
And
Fuel
down we go.
critical.
Yeah, no, I'm out of fuel.
Oh, yeah, but you mentioned you would want to see the Grizzly being used more. It's sad because I looked into some of the lore behind some of the vehicles. The Grizzly was only used a handful of times and then it was just abandoned.
Ah, I hate that. It's just a bigger version of the Scorpion, that's all it is.
Yeah, with I believe it uses gas cannons instead of a normal like shell-based cannon of the Grizzly. Oh, no, not the like Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was an idea like one of the first vehicle attempts at implementing like Covenant style tech.
No, I think that was the Rhino.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the Rhino. Oh yeah,
The
yeah, no,
Grizzly,
I'm thinking of the entirely different vehicle. Yeah, no, the
yeah,
Grizzly.
the Grizzly was just an up can, was like a
Yeah,
Scorpion. It had double tracks instead of single tracks. So each one of the track sections were doubled. It had the same hinge system for all the tracks that was operating. And instead of having one cannon, it had two
wait, no, it has
cannons
the
that could
same.
fire.
It still has the same track setup as the Scorpion,
Yeah,
because the Scorpion also has the.
just a wider track
Oh
set.
wait, no, yeah, no, there's okay. I see now what you mean. Yeah, they're split in like each of the like track nacelles. They're
Yeah.
double tracked. They're one singular. Okay.
Yeah. And then instead of one cannon, it had two cannons that fired individually. So it had a higher fire rate than a Scorpion and way more armor than a
I
Scorpion.
don't know if it had two, because most sort of I see state only had one cannon, but that the Rhino had twin cannons.
No, the Rhino
It
had
might be
twin
it
plasma
might just
cannons.
be yeah, it might just be people confusing the two.
No, the
We
Grizzly
have silver.
the Grizzly
don't we?
also had two cannons, but it had two regular cannons. And it would fire each cannon individually. The Rhino had, I want to say it had either one plasma cannon or two plasma cannons, and if it had two, it would fire them both at the same time. That was its deal.
Yeah. I'm also curious to who the fuck gave the anti-infantry support platform from Halo Wars. Who the
Mhm.
fuck gave it the name Cougar?
Because it hunts men. Anti-infantry.
I think there would probably be way better names than Cougar.
So, Bundy, how you doing up there with your truck?
I like the
Um,
weapons on it though.
Not finding anything useful right now. I found some silver, but I'm sure we already have that.
Yeah, there's a small node. Did you mark that area?
Nope, I just kept driving.
Ah, jeez. Start marking areas that you got, and then we'll consolidate those later into some PDAs.
But this fucking IFV, the Cougar, has 2 Gauss cannons and then 1 heavy machine gun.
That sounds like
If I
fun.
do find gold, it's going to be a fun time getting back with these 2 car containers full.
Just don't worry about it. I'll eventually put a drone on that. That's the best thing about having drones for grabbing stuff.
Yeah, but why come back fully empty-handed? Other than with the GPS. Oh, it's becoming foggy. That's fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, talking about gold.
Just found some.
I just had a blip. Yep, found it.
Nice. And I'm
Well,
fixing to have to
yesterday,
rework this one again, to the next rundown.
yesterday I went and looked at some of like saves I had on Space Engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and I could tell one was very, very old
There's your gold marker.
because it was on a planet where I had a base that I respawned in. I walked outside the base and I immediately get a
It's a pretty
find
big node.
uranium outside the base.
Yeah, that gold node's pretty big.
Dear God, this is like 15 kilometers out.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I've been driving a ways. Would you like me to bring some back? Or continue looking?
Bring a little bit back. We're fixing to wrap up here in a minute anyway.
Hey,
You have a
remember
bed
when
on
you
that
could
thing?
actually find
No.
uranium on
I
planets?
think there isn't a small grid bed.
There is a small grid bed.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is. There's a small grid bed.
Well, I don't have one on it, so doesn't matter.
Hey guys, do you remember when you could actually find uranium on planets before they moved it to be a resource you could only find out in space?
Oh yeah.
I still don't understand why they had to move it out to space. It's like you find uranium on planets like here on like Earth normally, so why move that shit to space in Space Sim?
Yeah, we've got one. Let me see if I've got the materials to make it, and I'll see if I can get it to you with an oxygen bottle. Aye, 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 aye. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Also, Dog asked me to give my opinion on his defender class, and to me, it looked good. Well, I took a picture of it and I sent it in a few Space Center Discords I'm part of and asked people like what they thought of it. Oh boy, there were some rough comments on it. There were
Yeah.
hardly any positives.
Well, Dog builds things brutal, which is
Yeah,
one of the things
like,
I like about his build style.
there
View
were some who said that like they see potential in it. Majority of it was just that they didn't like that he used the like neon armor skin on it.
Yeah, he likes that.
Yeah. Other than that,
You want something that will just brute force wreck somebody's shit. It's
Yeah.
hard to beat Dog's builds.
yeah. I told him like I think like to me it looked good. He just felt it was a bit of a turret spam, but outside of that it looked nice.
Oh, Dog makes shit that's an everything spam.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to find you here, Bundy.
Good luck. Oh, you have a GPS to my location, you'll be fine. I have my dolphin, I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole.
Fun part is hoping I can get to you with the tank I got.
Well, there's 2 seats, so you can definitely get back with me. You don't just have to stay on the roof.
I found this out pretty recently. I looked at a video around the F-15. I didn't know that they tried to make that fucker stealth.
Oh yeah, there was a stealth
At one
variant
time.
of it. Yeah, there was an
the
attempt at
the
stealthing it.
silent eagle.
Yeah. Uncle Sam wanted a Silent Eagle at one point in time. They tried to stealth it up. They actually succeeded pretty good. I think they reduced the
Yeah,
radar
it
signature by
had-
18%.
Yeah, it would be a kind of like budget stealth aircraft. And like they did kind of good from what I could see on like they had like hidden missile base or payload base, so they were same with any stealth aircraft, opens up to shoot and closes back up. Had the tail stabilizers were angled so they wouldn't reflect radars, and like it looked very, but eventually they were like, no, we put too much money into the F-22 and F-35, so we're not gonna.
Well, the upgrade
not gonna
package wasn't
bump
considered
it.
cost effective. Mostly
Yeah.
because to up stealth
from what
an aircraft like the Eagle, it was the reduction in radar was not worth.
Yeah, though I
how
have
do I
seen
put
people
this?
joke that they've kind of done it now, because I remember reading that apparently all U.S. like aircraft were gonna get some sort of like stealth coating
Yeah.
to kind of reduce radar visibility.
And you know how we discovered
And
that shit?
some of the elements of the F-15EX, some of the elements in it were taken like directly from the Silent Eagle.
Yeah. And the way
So
we
it's like
found
they kind of made the Silent Eagle, except it doesn't have like the hidden weapon compartments. Although from
Oh,
what I
yeah.
understand, those compartments were
Yep.
built into like the conformal fuel tanks it has on the side of it. So you could just swap those out. Technically.
And you have a bunk bed now
Uh-huh.
I feel
on
like
the side of the vehicle.
the two
I
aircraft
might try
that
and drive back now. I've grabbed probably like 3 loads of
there are
Raven trucks
there are
are
two
full of gold.
aircraft I believe the US will never really be able to fully retire. And that is
Oh,
the
yeah, Badger.
F-15
Mm-hmm.
and the
The hole's over
B-52.
here. Here's my peekaboo hole.
Go in there, but I'm afraid you're gonna
Bad-
pull a wombat and crush me with your ass.
Badger, do you also believe that the two aircraft the US will never really be able to retire, the B-52 and the F-15?
Yeah, also the A-10. They were actually Congress
yeah,
actually
the A-10.
approved. They approved the A-10's decommissioning. They actually got to the decommission stage. We went to Iran. They sent out the fucking fast boats, and guess the only aircraft that is capable of handling them is the fucking A-10. And they're like,
sounds like
shit. What they need to do with the
Like that.
A-10, they need to just build a new one to replace it. Put the same exact
Well,
gun.
The A-10's
on
also going
there.
to be really good at taking out those drones because it flies at their speeds.
What they need to do is just take the damn thing and put it on
their
the.
idea to replace it, which was just put a like
Hang on, man, let me,
stealth
hop into
shape
the-
and
Yeah, jump.
coated
Oh,
on
yeah, that
pod
works.
on
You can jump in
the F-35.
bed.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
But like I saw like their quote unquote idea of how to replace the A-10, and it was literally just a stealth shaped and coated gun pod for the F-35.
It's a bit more
That it
powerful
would
now.
just lung underneath it and call it a day.
You should have done bounce that much. You should-
Okay. What I would do with the A-10, keep most of the A-10 exactly the way it is. Upgrade its packages, but its wing systems, I would give it a variable geometry wing.
I have seen people say that the like a future role for the A-10 will most likely be to act as like a truck
mean-
for like cruise missiles.
Yeah,
It should be an
or
anti-drone.
long-range weapon systems. But I think
Yeah.
I think if you did like the Aardvark, have you ever seen the F-111 Aardvark?
Yep.
The way its
War
wing
Thunder.
systems are mounted, yeah, the way its variable geometry wings, the missile pods actually rotate back with it. If you were to implement something like that with the A-10 to where its wings could sweep back, you would get speed out of it, but then it could fold its wings back out and you have the full capability of the A-10 flying. You just got to modify it. What happened?
Oh, we're at the silver spot.
Oh, okay. How close am I to base?
Oh, yeah, I'm going back to base. I just went, oh, here's a silver spot that I forgot to mark. So
Okay.
just GPS that.
All right, back in bed.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of the
And you-
memes of them trying to decommission the A-10, but then like the army being like, you
Oh,
do
this is
that
a
at-
manufacturing facility. 6.61 k's from here.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I can see that. Well, we need to get everybody together and go raid that bitch.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
like
make it.
but I've seen
We
the
need
memes
some
of-
equipment first. We're gonna need
Oh, there's a unknown signal distress 6 k's to our right too.
yeah, we'll have to hit that. That factory I wanna drop in there with a tank and take care of that problem. So we need to build a Scorpion.
Yeah, like I've seen the memes.
Yeah, but you need
Oh,
to get the
them trying
Scorpion
to
out of
decommission
the.
The A-10.
We'll build a
Oh.
Pelican too while we're at it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
We'll
Badger,
put-
like a lot of the memes of them trying to decommission the A-10 is just
Oh,
so
yeah.
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Well,
Oh, we're taking it
It's
out
like-
this time, boys.
Congress.
Congress is sitting
Yeah,
there.
like
We're gonna get him this
Congress
time,
wanted to
boys.
Decommission the A10, the army. I will fucking kill you.
so, because we now have the cockpit done for the Hercules,
Yeah.
we can make a heavy transport variant of the Hercules.
Yeah, because what I'm gonna build is gonna need a heavy transport.
So if we gutted it out where we normally have the people, and we kind of gave it liposuction, and then made that like a freaking mag plate spot for ladder to the ground for the pilots, we could then heavy transport bigger vehicles, potentially. We'd have to stress test it, obviously.
Yeah, I've also got to build the Scorpion first to see how that thing's gonna work.
If you want the Scorpion to fit, maybe use the Hercules as like a base size.
Well,
to
also
go
I got to
off of.
figure out how I'm gonna power the Scorpion. Part of me wants to use a generator with some ice.
Yep.
Part of me also wants to see if we can get some nuclear energy at some point. May just build a couple Warthogs and just drive them over there. Equip one with a 125 millimeter cannon and the other one with a minigun, or a couple of miniguns, or some auto cannons.
You know what? I just drive behind with ammunition.
Yeah, we could do that.
If we had more people, I could literally just put a canopy on the back of this and a bunch of seats.
Oh, you found an iron node, is what you found. You didn't find the iron vein.
No, I found an iron vein. I didn't find that node. I just drove a different way.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want a
See, I came over the
Warthog-
mountain to the left when I first came over.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
So I
if you
just-
guys want a Warthog, I have one.
Well, we'll take a look at it because I'm gonna try and modify something Warthog-ish, if I can.
Are you talking about your rover?
Yeah, my rover, my M20 Fenrir.
Oh,
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about
take a look
at
that.
I have a version. I sent it in Discord. That's a version for troop carrying. I do have one that has a turret on the back of it.
Let me check it out
That is
here.
more like the Warthog. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
cool.
Yeah, it's like I've built that thing on survival too. It uses I think it has 4 small batteries and then a hydrogen engine.
Yeah, I need
And I
to.
think I'm pretty sure I've also set the power on like power to propulsion pretty low, so it actually has decent range on just the batteries.
Gently nudge it over.
How you doing there, Bundy?
Trying to be gentle, not to fully send it.
Yeah, I hate the erosion mechanic in this game. It becomes a problem very quickly.
That's what this thing is built to go over. Yeah, admit, this thing here is pretty nicely.
Oh yeah, it does.
Alright, never do what I did once with this thing and fill the back up with iron ingots. Doesn't go well because iron ingots weigh a fuck ton
Yeah.
compared to iron ore.
Well, yeah, ingots are the most compressible resource you can have if you're going to save space.
Yep. Holy shit. This thing popped a squat and would not do anything
Bojic-
other than wheeling.
Bojic 2616, Badger. Yep, we're here. Basically, I'm laying down on the side of a vehicle. I built a bed for Bundy and then realized I didn't bring enough hydrogen, so now I'm just riding back.
Sideways.
Yeah. I'm actually a little scared. This is about as bad as my dad's driving. Not gonna lie.
Fuck you.
Dude. Dude, I am telling you, this is on a video game, and it's kind of wild. I know you're driving in real life probably isn't this bad. My dad's driving in real life is actually this bad.
Actually,
So it's
I'm
not a
still
knock
the
on
limit.
you. It's not a knock on you. I'm just stating a fact here. I can see Dog out there, though. Don't know where he went. Klein gets angry
Dog
when you
even
push
jumped
your
off.
luck. Bojack, done worse. Yeah. Oh, we'll be going down the road and he'll be checking his stocks. I'm just like, can you please watch the road? Then he pulls this thing of, what, you afraid to die? And I'm like, no, I'm afraid of leaving my wife alone with all the fucking bills we got. I said, then I hit him with the one, when I hit him with the, you know, you will be the one who survives this. Why would that be so bad if I survive this? I said, because then you got to deal with my wife afterward. My wife may be a little 4 foot, maybe no, she's not 4 foot. She's 5 foot. Man, I'm almost messed up there. My wife's 5 foot and Filipina, and will get spicy when she gets mad. So, oh, we're stuck again.
Nothing to gyro can't help.
How many do you have on this thing?
For this terrain, enough.
So how many gyros do you have, Buddy? Yes. There we go.
It's like this thing has enough gyros to pull a wheelie with a little bit of difficulty. So in space engineers terms, enough.
One of the things I would do if I built one of these, I'd put some wheels in the front and back so that it would kind of be like a bumper.
I've done that. Not with this one though. This one I've given a bunch of wheel clearance
Yeah.
to the front.
So one of the things I like about the Halo designed on the vehicles, the front end of them have enough clearance you can almost climb up a wall.
Yep.
This was not the way I came up, but
If
sure
you
as hell it's gonna be the way I get down.
think like some of the like the Razorback, which is like the troop carry version of the Warthog in Halo Infinite, if you were to look at it like from the side, like, half the front wheel sticks out of the front, meaning like there's nothing above like half the front wheels.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Bojic here. Been hunting with nutters, running in grooved to hell roads, bouncing on the side, tilt side on the downside. Okay. Philippine anger, yep, that's a thing. Every put too many gyros on something and turned the craft into an accidental Unibody roller bot. Yeah.
I'm going the wrong way, am I? I think this is the base. Yes,
Yes.
this is the base.
Yes, the base should
Yeah.
have a thing at the bottom that says
I-
this is the base, dumbass.
I don't have the thing there.
Ah, okay. I have it on mine though. Because I had to
No, I-
remember where the base was.
I mean, if you
I
want
don't
to
want to go in
ferry,
that hole.
There should
By
be
the
another
way,
hole here somewhere.
Badger, if you want to drive around people, my ATV is quite easy. You just replace the 2 pouches on the side of it with passenger benches.
Mine's quite easy. I just dumped some cargo on the back. At the moment.
There we
Yeah,
go.
but like if you want a very cheap alternative.
Fair enough.
Well, if you want to use that bed,
This-
Bundy, I guess we'll be turning it in. Oh no, why is my solar panel clanging right now?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fret about it. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna turn around here and pretend it's not happening. Maybe when I load back in, it won't be a problem. We're gonna admire Grexion's ATV right here, and talk about how we're fixing to head in for the night. It is. I'm gonna have to turn in because it's like 2:15 where I am right now, folks. So thank you all for watching once again. Watch us go in here and do this little survival mission where we're mostly building Halo stuff, or at least I'm in a Halo building kind of mood. And we'll probably have a
I'm
whole
building
lot
where the
more
fuck-
stuff. Yeah, Bundy's building whatever he wants to build, and I'm sitting here like I feel like building some Halo stuff. We're gonna have to get a Warthog ready with a cannon or a machine gun or something. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Liking, especially if you like the video. Like I said, that stuff tells YouTube that YouTube doesn't recognize things as a view anymore. They only recognize it if you guys click on something on the video. So do just go ahead and hit the like if you guys are watching this. That drives it up in the algorithm, and it also will tell YouTube, hey, this is a view, which helps me out. It's the cheapest way y'all can help out the channel. Also, we got memberships going on for 99 cents. You guys get to see all the videos I'm putting up early. I've got 2 more Star Wars reviews for May. That will be over with. And then we're back to regular stuff. And I'm going to be putting up a video soon because somebody asked me how to build a skimmer. And I have a video on how to build a skimmer. But I got some stuff up. I've got some updates on how the skimmers operate, which makes them
And I
work a
have a
lot
skimmer
better.
as well, which is a little nutty.
Oh yeah, we'll do that on like a separate deal. But I've got a way I'm going to build this one. I'm going to try and figure out how to make it work real well. So
Yeah.
when you guys see it, it'll be an awesome little skimmer, and I'll even put that up on the workshop, I think, because it'll be kind of cool if I can do what I'm thinking I'm going to do. But
So,
anyway,
Grint,
Hmm?
if we put it,
I mean,
how,
I managed to make a skimmer mech.
yeah.
so how would you describe how each of us build?
Let's see. Grexion is easily the most technical builder we got.
Mm-hmm.
His stuff is designed specifically to run to a point. Dog is brute force. It may not always look totally appealing. When I say appealing, what I mean is it may not always look like some of this stuff over here. Like it
Basically,
is
never does.
is a very simplistic shape specifically because he's going for performance in combat, which
He's
is
brutal.
lots of deflection, lots of shit coming your direction, and he's deflecting as much of your crap away as possible. So Bundy basically builds some cool stuff. That's what it is. He builds something that's economically functional. And me, I kind of just build things the way I want to build them. If I want to get real technical with it, I'll get technical. But mostly I like my stuff to look good.
Mine's
this thing
halfway
here-
to looking good.
Well, I mean, yours does look good, but like I said, also you build some pretty technical, you build some functional stuff. This thing basically does what it's supposed to do: get over the terrain. I've never been able to build a vehicle that done that crap. So we just went through driving over there. Grexion on the old 100%.
Yeah, I
Bojic,
put pretty much, like I said, I
Reentry
put
via
all my robots
backpack
through
is a
a.
thing. WOG
I
physics.
basically, yeah, I put my robots through a Hell's Creek, basically, kind of bullshit.
Yeah. You're probably
And
building the best
the
durable stuff we've got. Like I
the
said,
terrain that we drove over is like the last test.
oh
They
yeah.
have to go over the 2x1 tops, slope tops, and holy shit, you can get shit stuck on that. Something horrible.
Yeah,
They
but
don't come off.
if y'all have ever seen some, like when I talk about dog building some brutal shit, if you've ever seen some of Dog's stuff, he is hurling 120 millimeter cannons at you at like 60 rounds a minute. It's just like he is, I tell you what it is. It's Warhammer 40K orc building. That's what it is.
Actually, yeah.
It works. And it fucking works.
He's hurling that shit at you. I'm coming at you with a vehicle.
About the only
rover that will go across
I'll
the
say this:
terrain.
the only advantage I have over Dog is I've got missiles that have near unlimited range, and I am gonna chuck a shit ton of those things at one of his builds. We're not even gonna play with that crap.
What's funny is you guys usually turn my builds into Dog's build. In a sense. If you think about it.
Yeah,
I put just enough weapons, you realize this thing can handle a lot more weapons, and you just strap them on.
oh yeah,
Oh, you call this thing a gunship? Let's see how many guns we can put on. And the
Yeah.
answer may as well just be fucking yes.
and Dog will pull some cool stuff. Like he built the Titan one time from Star Trek, and instead of putting regular guns all around it, he actually went to the effort of rotoring every single one of his guns. I think there was like 18 turrets, and rotored 18 rotored small grid autocannons on there just so he could have a phaser array of autocannons. It was nifty. I've also seen some people build. I think I did a review of a Star Trek build that had several of the guns on it were on hinges and angled to the and set to a certain angle, so they were just the right angle to build off of, and it made a really cool effect. We'll have to do something like that later. But anyway, folks, once again, unfortunately, I have to get off. I've got work tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be the one of the 2 days where I'm not going to have any rain going. I had rain today. It was horrible. I am just
Lovely. It's been
Yeah.
raining here like every day since I've been
We're-
sick.
compared to last year, we're getting a light rain. Last year we got 48% of our yearly rain in 2 weeks.
Fuck
And yeah, my house almost flooded over that. And I finally reached a point where I said, you know what? I'm a prideful man, but I've had enough of this shit. So me and my wife just said, yeah, we're going to move. So I got the new house, better internet connection. The only problem is I got to drive to work now, which sucks. But anyway. One more comment here. Bojack here. Go full American contractor. Check workshop. There's a dual rotary railgun Gatlin thing. Oh yeah. I will definitely check. May just review that. I don't know. But anyway, folks.
Another people who've made warships that uses a like rotating artillery gun. So while it's reloading, another one shoots. So it's like constantly firing.
Hey, Badger,
Mm-hmm.
how big of a rotary gun can we fit in the nose of the Hercules? And just
Railgun?
rip out that. No, how big of a rotary gun array could we shove in the nose of the Hercules if we took out its current guns?
Depends what you wanted to what caliber you want to fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
I would say
let's
all you really
the
need is 6.
assault.
If you're doing autocannons, all you're going to need is about 6.
Okay.
So that's-
what
and
about
then
assault
just-
cannons?
Assault cannons,
Yep. Let's stick
You
out
would
the nose of it,
need-
but
you would need I
6
want to
minimum.
say, depending on the fire rate, at about 100 rounds, you would probably need 16 if you fired them 100
Probably.
rounds a minute.
Okay, so that probably will work.
Oh no, 18. Because that's what
Yeah,
I
so-
did to the actually if you're just going to do a short burst, you probably get them up to about 200-300. And that's with that's probably
We
going to
make
be
her-
with that's with the fire script on it.
For shits and giggles, what if we just made a rotary cannon assault cannon turret for attaching under the wings?
That would do it. You wouldn't even need rotary, just set up about 9 of them in a 3x3
Actually-
and then just start stacking them.
We already did that, didn't we? With how many we shoved under
We
its wings
just-
before.
We just stacked a bunch of them underneath the wings and just let them go to town.
Didn't we just stack like 100 onto the fucking wings? And it
Yep.
still flew actually somewhat well.
You would
in
just,
space.
well, you didn't have to do what I do with the perforator guns. When I just put that one connector in there, set your guns up correctly, and then just slap a medium cargo container behind it, and then
Yeah.
you've got an assault cannon gun pod. So then the Hercules comes in there. You just have about 4 of them. You could probably
It comes
easily,
in, attaches, fucking disappears.
yeah, you could, but I mean that's an area saturation weapon. It's not going to be a precision instrument.
Should we show them what we mean about Hercules?
We'll do that in another video. I may do like a build video or something like
Like,
that.
it's... I just have it on the projector.
Okay, let's see. Do you have it up there? Yeah, this would be the Hercules. That's pretty good size. Why are you wigging out?
Don't worry about it, just ignore it.
Oh,
Smile
don't
and wave,
worry.
boys. Just smile and wave.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about, the Hercules. Hercules got a whole lot of cool stuff going on with it. As soon as Bundy gets this thing done, I'm going to have to do a review of it. As if I recall, I think it's got like, yeah, seating inside. And then I helped him with the interior here. With all the extras. So, we got the cockpit looking really nice.
It realistically should have already been done by now, but... Yeah, squirrel.
Yeah, you got the wing space to probably drop like 1 or 2 pods on each wing. That'd be the extent of it, I would say.
Yep. I could also fit a missile battery underneath.
It's a delete that direction
What?
weapon. Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be. It's not going to be something, because when you fire it, if I understand how Space Engineers operates, it's going to fire the first level, and then it works from top to bottom. Is
Yep.
how the system fires guns. I think it goes right to left, top to bottom. So it'll fire the first row on each gun, then fire the second row on each gun, then the third row on each gun. And it's just going to be firing waves of saturation onto the ground. You're just going to be hitting it.
Plus,
Be
we have the
great
2
for-
micro turrets that will be in the nose.
Yeah,
That would
it'd be
be-
great for like taking on a base, like with some heavier firepower.
Yeah, they'll land after taking out the base's turrets and
Yeah.
drop, what, 20 guys out the back?
Yeah. Like you put the whole server in, or 2/3 of the server in there on a 30-man server.
Yeah, that's like 20 people.
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck these guys up. Good luck.
Now I do think you need to rip the seats out at one point and turn it and make an AC-130 variant, or
That
load
can
it
be
down,
how...
or load it down with a whole bunch of Makos because those things are ridiculous.
That's what I meant by the missile rack.
Yeah,
I just
Mako-
put a connector under the bottom, and it's just...
yeah, you could load a couple Makos, but they are pretty darn heavy. A Mako is. Two's
Yeah,
about.
but it's just pretty damn big.
Yeah, I would say probably 8 is what you're going to get away with on that. because they start
I can
fucking with
trust
your
that.
gyros and everything after a while.
I've got
Yeah.
gyros. I've got a lot.
Bojank, if you've not seen the Mako videos, do look through the one deal. I've got a video on there on making missiles. The Mako is one of those weapons that I've got. We've used it, and we've actually used that in the pirate run.
I've seen it.
We took out another ship. We cut one ship in half with it, the Mako, and it's it's a decently accurate and hits the target hard and fast. And the design of it detonates inside of the target instead of on the outside. So it'll punch through armor to a point. Once the nose crumples, the warhead inside then explodes inside the target, and y'all have seen it. When I was building the what was it? I was building. What was I building here? Hang on.
Fun fact: the faster
Yeah, the Gladius. When I was building the Gladius, the Gladius carries two of them, and it's just a long range. It's just a missile interceptor. Is all it does. It just flies out there and just shoots at a target. And one Mako, we turned it on to the red Corvette that's on the workshop. It hit the red Corvette, and it was hanging on by a block. And all it did was just smack the fuel tank. We just set it to target the fuel tank or power generation, and that missile went in there, took out the power of the battery, and blew the entire hydrogen tank in one shot. About cut the entire ship in half. That's a small ship missile right there, and I have a ton of those. Yes, delay
Fun little
fuse,
fact
high
about
explosive round.
fun fact about the warheads and space engineers: the faster they're going when they explode, the further the damage goes.
Yeah. So right here you have different variants of the Mako right here that I've basically run up. Yeah, M4 Mako. I've got this on the workshop. You can literally just take this thing, put your like right here, put your merge block here, and then your connector on the other end, and then just connect it via the merge block. Some of these are just ready to go, and then you can mess with the fuse and everything on it'll work out. But
Okay,
we're gonna,
it's hailing.
yeah, it's hailing. I just got smacked too, so we're gonna run down inside, turn off the whole thing. Hopefully, we all survive. By the way, yeah,
Well, I'm in bed. There's the force field.
Oh, nice. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Once again, I am Badger Wild saying stay safe, stay frosty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.
Take it easy, Badger.